And action. We're live. And we're back. Hey, if you're muted, there's a reason. What? I can't hear you.
Ooh, that was loud.
Was that loud for you? How about this? I had to cut down them blue headphones yesterday. I came downstairs. Joey's got the headphones on. He's jamming out. Good morning, everybody, by the way.
Yeah, good morning.
And it sounded like a little Bluetooth jam box over there. I was like, holy cow. So this reminds me of every day how I need to turn the volume down.
Yeah,
But I still claim what I'm going to do eventually is I'm probably going to put a stereo in the rack and jack stuff into the stereo. So there's only one volume knob over there, and then it comes over. I don't know how I will figure it out, but I want to put a knob in front of you guys so you can just adjust yourself.
Yeah, that would be
and
cool.
mute yourself. So when the show's over, like the next time I catch Military Mike hanging stuff on my microphone stand, I'm gonna rip your testicles off. This way everybody just sets their headphones on the table. I'm gonna make a rule sheet, by the way, that I'm gonna start making people follow. You set your headphones on the table. You don't hang them on expensive microphones, and mute your headphones. So at the end of the show, take your headphones off, hit your mute button, set your headphones down. That way, when other microphones are on, we don't have weird back feeds from headphones, which is what I noticed last night when I came down the steps. I was like, holy cow.
So will I not be able to hang
No,
here no more?
set them on the table.
Okay.
What was your question again?
So I can't hang them right here anymore?
Ask me your question again.
So I can't hang them
Your
right
question
here
should be,
anymore?
where's the donut?
Ah!
So now what's your question?
I can't hang them right there. Ah, quit!
What's your question? We will give you electrical shock therapy until you get it right. So at the end of the show, what do you do?
Put the headphones. Put the lotion on the skin.
This is what I'm going to start doing to you guys. Okay, I'm going to ask you 5 questions. Until the answer's right, you get zapped. But the problem is this, is when people start trying to hang stuff on stuff, when you quickly go to yank something off.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I had to erase that image out of my mind of Stephanie yanking anything off.
Hey!
I just told you I had to take a second to erase it. I grabbed that huge, thick pencil about the size of my thumb, and I was erasing with 2 hands on that piece of paper. Don't paint the image of what you do with that finger either. But no, seriously, what happens is when everybody goes to yank stuff off the table or off of it, hanging on to whatever it's hanging, other stuff's getting messed up. And it's so simple. You take the headphones off and you set them on the table. That's all you got to do. Just take the headphones off and set them on the table.
My headphones was backwards.
And the only other thing I thought about doing was taking these little hooks that you hang hats on the walls and things like that. I thought about mounting some of those under the table, but then you know what's going to happen? Somebody's going to hit a knee.
Yeah.
Hit a thigh.
Sharp.
They're going to go to crying. I'll never hear the end of it. So you know what you do?
Well, if you...
No. Do you know what you do?
Sit them on the table.
Thank you. Oh, yes. Give it to Stephanie. Give it to Stephanie, y'all. She got it.
Yeah,
it's just so much easier that way.
The mute button will be good. Like sometimes when we have guests here and they want to whisper something, we can mute ourselves.
Really? Because did that happen to me and you yesterday?
Yeah.
If anybody was watching the video yesterday while Drew was on the phone, we were not laughing at Drew. What we were doing is I leaned over to whisper something. So I leaned over towards Stephanie. I didn't get in front of the mic. I leaned over and I started to say something and I'm giving the finger like, come here. And she leans over and I'm trying to say something and she's just looking at me. I went, take off the headphones. And she didn't know what I'm saying. You know why? Because she's got headphones on and you can only hear if you're talking into a microphone. So I'm pointing at the headphones and then she's like, oh, you want to talk to me. Yes, Stephanie. That's why I leaned over. It wasn't for a kiss. I was trying to talk to you.
Yeah, that was funny. And then, of course,
you say funny. I say, huh?
Oh, you say, huh?
I was like, what the hell are you doing? Take the headphones off, you reject. So anyhow.
So have you started watching that Aquarius yet?
No, Aquarius starts when Bruce's TV show happens.
Boom.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry, you pitched the ball. I had to take a swing.
Aquarius, like the dawn of the age of Aquarius.
I was actually going to start singing it. So anyways, no, I have not.
The one about Charles Manson. It's decent.
Are they actually calling it Charles Manson?
Yes.
So in other words, he profits from this.
Oh, probably.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, because they are his. Well, he doesn't have.
I'm just saying
his family,
but he profits from it. So go ahead.
But yeah, it even goes so far as to his family of females that he used to have around him all the time. He has them around him all the time because that's actually what David Duchovny, that played in X-Files.
Oh, yeah? Is he in it?
Yes, he's the main.
That explains something the other day because that new thing called Video Mix, I was scrolling down through it and then Hulu and then Netflix. And in between one of those three, I saw something with his face on it. And I think it was that name. And I was like, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah.
Because I know there's another X-Files coming out. But then I thought, I don't know what this is about. Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, he's in it. And he plays the main detective.
Thank God he ain't playing Charlie.
No, he's not.
I thought you were fixing
Charlie.
to say he plays Charlie.
But he's looking for.
What movie is it? And I don't mean to change the subject, but Bad Dog Charlie. It's a little girl that says that. Then you don't remember either. Okay, keep going.
But he's looking for. I guess it used to be a lover of his. Or ex-girlfriend, something. Her daughter is with Manson, and he's David Duchovny's character, Hodiak, is looking for the character, the daughter. And so it's just following him around. Like last night, he made his music out in the open, and it's interesting. But I guess if you're not interested in like what Manson did back then, or intrigued, well, I wouldn't say intrigued, then you might not find it interesting. But that man was a whack job, and he really was.
What?
That man was a whack job.
What? Stephanie.
Charles Manson was a whack job.
Stephanie.
What?
He's still alive. You can't use the word was.
Well, yeah. Well. Another one that was
I like
crazy.
That. He was a whack job. Oh, really? So what is he, a wanker job now? Because he's not,
he's in
the
jail.
only thing missing now might be some LSD.
Yeah,
nothing's
in jail
changed
now. He can't be as crazy as he was.
Really? He sits in an isolated room 90% of his time. I think if anything, he might be a little more crazier.
Yeah, he's probably hearing all.
There would be an
voices.
extra I in Crazy Train because it's echoing in his mind. Yeah, how in the million years, or how many ever years he's been in jail, can he not be crazier?
Yeah.
I mean, he would be the extra frog on Budweiser. I mean,
yeah, he.
Hey, speaking of Budweiser,
job.
Not that Budweiser compares to any of this, but where we went yesterday was friggin' amazing.
Yes, that was awesome.
Watermelon beer.
Yes.
How in the halo did I drink watermelon beer?
But it wasn't nasty.
I haven't even had watermelon vodka yet. Somebody bring the watermelon over. I'll supply the vodka.
But it wasn't nasty though, was it?
No, it was actually good.
Yeah, and it's, people are, because I was telling somebody about it yesterday, and they were like, "You drank watermelon beer?" I said, "Yeah," and it was pretty good. And they were like, "Well, how do you have watermelon and beer together and it tastes good?" I said, "Well, it tastes like beer, and then it has like an aftertaste of watermelon. I mean, that's the best way to describe it."
Well, how do you have sex and it tastes like your cousin, Stephanie? Because you've proved how that works. Sorry, I had to go there. But yes, the really cool thing is out of the beers that we did taste, I always say Bass Ale because it's the only nasty beer I've ever had I can compare something to. I mean, I've had beers that just don't taste good, but Bass Ale, when I went to swallow it, it left like a saliva gob of cotton mouth. Ugh, like somebody please give me a cat's ass to lick.
Like a
to get this taste out of my mouth. Yes.
Like a thickness
and out of all the beers we had yesterday, they all each of them was really good.
And then I
mean, each of them actually, smooth and no horrible aftertaste. Just saying.
And I got the Where's Stefan? Because I can't say the other name. So that's what she was calling it. She said to remember it by was Where's Stefan?
I can't remember the name either.
The last one.
But you can't expect a dyslexic guy to try to remember how stuff spells to know how it sounds.
And how funny is it, though, that as we're there and I'm looking at, I can't remember the lady's name, but the lady that works there owns it.
Philip Snow says, we have had watermelon vodka before, Scott.
But I'm looking at the woman and, she gave me a sample and I smelt it. And it smelled pretty good.
I smelt it.
Smelled it.
I smelled it.
Smelled it. Anyways, and so
sometimes some of the words that you use, you drop off words. I'm noticing the redneck, and it's bleeding over on me. Unfortunately,
and your wife.
The problem is you're leaving out words and just adding extra syllables and letters to other words. Instead of just saying, so I leaned over to take a sniff, or I leaned over to smell it. So I leaned over to smell it. Smell it. Not so it. No, Stephanie. I leaned over, I took the glass under my nose. I smelled it. Not so I smelt it. So I smelled it.
People understand what I'm saying. So
not everybody understands what you're saying.
So I enjoyed the aroma that was coming out of the glass.
I didn't mean to make it that way, but go on. I'm just saying. Okay, so she takes her finger, dips it in there, and puts it behind her left earlobe, dips it again, puts it behind her right earlobe.
Yeah, what's that perfume you're wearing? Where's Stefan? Huh?
Where's Stefan? Yeah. Yeah. But go on to your taste test there, Steph. Or in your case, your nose test.
I looked at
You didn't lick at me. You did not.
No, I looked at the lady, looked. And I said, watch. He didn't hear anything I said. Watch. He's going to take a sip of it.
No, start over because I didn't even catch what you just said.
Well, I was holding it.
So you were smelling.
I was smelling it and I was like, oh, that smells pretty good. And I was like, Scotty, here, smell this. But you were
I was talking to somebody.
And you took it out of my hand and I looked back at the lady. I said, watch, he's going to take a sip. He's not going to smell it. And so we were sitting there and we were both watching you. And about that time, you stopped talking and you took a sip of it. And we both looked at each other and we started laughing. And I said, see, I told you.
And then I looked at Steph when she started laughing at me and said, I told her you were going to drink it and not smell it. And I went, I came here to taste beer, not smell beer.
And then she told you, but that's the way that you do it. You smell it first and then you drink it.
No, I thought you're always supposed to smell it before you lick. Never mind. Now listen, Little Richard says, if you don't drink, he says, if you drink, don't drive and do the watermelon crawl.
But what if you're drinking watermelon beer?
That's what, never mind, Stephanie.
Yeah, never mind. But yeah, I got to go back today and get some watermelon beer for Travis. He wants to try it. And I guess I'm getting another 32 ounce.
Did you drink yours last night?
No, I'm actually waiting for him to get home. So
you're going to buy him a 32 ounce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because you just said, I'm going to get me another 32 ounce, which would imply you drank your 32 ounce.
No.
So we're going to have
in the refrigerator.
So it's going to have, you're going to have couples 32s, his and hers.
Yeah. But then that way we can,
but the thing is this,
different ones.
the thing that the reason I want to help push these people is not because they are a sponsor. I would love for them to be a sponsor.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not pushing them. I'm not pushing them to try to make them a sponsor, even though strategically that would be a really good thing to do. But what I'm trying to basically let people know is you know, sometimes you just need to treat yourself.
Yeah.
Just treat yourself. You're only talking, if you go to a bar and order 2 or 3 Coors Lights, you've already paid the same amount of money that this 32 or the 64 may cost you in some really kick butt awesome beer.
I mean,
and this ain't nasty beer. I don't push nasty beer.
Nasty beer.
All these people try to push all these European and stupid type beers. Like some of these people like, yes, you need to try Foster's, you know, because they think it's cool. And some of these people want to drink PBRs because they think it's cool. And it's like,
PBRs are nasty.
No, thank you. You know, it's why? Because you think it's cool. I'm not drinking it because it's cool. If I take more than one sip, it better be because I like it. I'm not smoking a cigar because I think it's cool.
Yeah, that's like people drinking O'Doul's. People that don't want the alcohol, but they enjoy the taste of beer, they drink O'Doul's.
Yes. And I go to eat it. O'Charlie's. No, go ahead. Say.
You know, yesterday I bought the 32 ounce, which it was the 32 ounce growler. Is that what they were called? Scotty?
Yes.
Growler.
Yep.
32 ounce growler was $4.99. The 64 ounce was $5.99. Then I got it filled up with beer. I got the 32 ounce, got it filled up with the beer that I wanted, and got a hanging koozie. And all
it looked like a purse almost when she walks, or a canteen, if you will.
Yeah, a canteen.
A canteen would be a great example.
Or
Granny carrying a moonshine jug. But I'm just painting those images for you.
But the carrier that'll help keep it cold, it was $12.99. It was actually more than the growler and the beer.
Well, that's the catch is in your first time expense.
Yeah,
is your money.
But it was only $26
as a total.
Yeah, as a total,
right,
it was $26.02.
That's what I'm saying. It's your first time. You go whoo, but then it's from there on out, because once you get home and taste this nice, refreshing cold beverage, and that's my thing is I have to have cold beer. I can't stand a hot beer, which is why we were discussing why you should do a 32 instead of a 64. Like me, I don't drink a 40. I've tried to drink a 40, but let me tell you, Old English, about halfway down a 40, when it gets warm, it tastes like an Old English saddle off a sweaty, stinky horse.
Yeah, Travis got me a 40 one time.
And I haven't had an Old English 40 since like 1989, you know.
Well, he got me a 40
just to clarify.
Bud Light, and I think it took
but
me
the problem
3
is,
days.
Well, a 40 Bud Light works great if you're fishing and you have the cooler. No, listen to me. And I'm painting an image, and you have a cooler on the boat where you can pull the bottle out, take 4 or 5 good sips, shove it back in that cooler. To me, that's the only way a 40 is going to work, because if you don't split a 40 with somebody, that 40 is going to be hot way before you get to the halfway mark.
Well, I kept...
Unless you're like Chaz, you know, Tubby's told me that Chaz can drink beer like Aquaman can swim in water, you know.
Mm.
And I'm not knocking Chaz because Chaz doesn't drink like that anymore. I'm using that as an example of unless you're somebody that can just chug a lug, it's not happening.
Yeah, because my 40 that I had, it lasted me 3 days. And I would put the lid back on it and put it back in the refrigerator, you know. And by day number 2, though, it was flat.
Yeah, and that's the whole bad part about 40s.
And that was the one thing that I was concerned about yesterday.
Remember, that was my thing about your husband. I wanted to buy him a 40 just to get a picture of him drinking it out of a brown bag.
Yeah, I think. Oh, he didn't have it in the brown bag though. But
I know
I have that.
That's all it was about.
Yeah, but they said yesterday, the lady at Gravity said that the beer in the growler is good up to 48 hours after you open it. You have 48 hours to drink it before, I guess, it starts going flat. So, but said if you do not open it, it can sit in there for weeks.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. But I didn't want to get the 64 ounce and, you know, have to drink it in 48 hours. There's no way.
I'm going to send you something. that I cannot share to people because it's just actually stupid. But it's a video called The Trojan Games. What the Halo? It's a little insane. I'm just saying. That's all I can really tell you. I stopped long enough to see it and was like, what the Halo? What did I just see?
You don't want to know. Not at all.
So anyhow. So what do we got going on today?
Well, we will have a guest co-host. He should be here any minute now. Heath will be coming in, joining us. And then
Who?
Heath.
It's about time you finally said it correct.
I do say it correct.
This dumb redneck, every time she'll be in the middle of sticking something in her mouth, eating, drinking something. She'll be like, he'll be here at 9.
No, I said Heath will be here.
And I go, what? Who will be here at 9? And she looks at me and goes, because she realizes she's done it again. And she goes, Heath. And I'm like, thank you. Redneck. Has to be behind Heath. Heath.
It is. Heath. Heath. Heath.
Say it in a sentence.
Heath will be here any minute. And I just spit all over myself.
No, you're trying to say it correctly now. Yesterday
Heath
she said it. She said, he'll be here at 9. And I went, who? And she goes, he. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? He who? She goes, crap, Heath. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, sometimes when I do have something in my mouth and
God, why did you paint that image?
Because you already did.
Yeah, but it's so much different when I say it and when you say it. The fact that you're smiling at me going, yeah, sometimes when I have something in my mouth. No, I don't want to hear that.
Say it like
She's
that.
over here winking at me. Quit that.
Get your hands up above the table.
Oh my God.
It's not.
So somebody posted this picture. It's so funny. It says, life is too short, so smile, biatches. It says, I'm doing word substitute. I puck with happy people. It's just saying I just mess with people is all it's really saying. But anyways.
Oh, I can see where this is going. The Trojan Games.
Yes.
I'll watch it in a.
Yeah, watch it in a little while because it'll mess you up.
Yeah, because I can see already that it yeah, funny.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is hilarious. So these black guys are walking past this fence where watch, hit play. These guys are walking past this fence on the sidewalk.
Holy crap.
What? Watch. Did you see it?
Yeah.
So these guys are walking.
Too.
These guys are walking past this fence, and there's like this 6-foot chain link fence gate. And these black guys are walking, and they're messing with a pit bull, and they look over as the pit bull's sitting there, and they go, oh, picking on the dog. The dog climbs over the damn fence and comes after him, and they go to running and jump on top of a car. It's absolutely hilarious.
And yes, I do, Christy.
What?
She said I got a pretty mouth.
Oh, man. So listen, have y'all decided what you're singing? Because I walked in to tell Zach. Now, we know, and I'm calling a spade, we know that Military Mike has a poor attendance record.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'll say, I'm going to be somewhere, and then sometimes he don't show up. So by him saying he's going to be there Saturday night does not mean he really will be, because that has happened times and times before. So
yeah,
I went ahead and told Zach. I went and seen Zach 2 days ago, and I said, hey, by the way, there's 2 more dancers, the sidekick and Military Mike. And I first just said, hey, you got 2 more dancers on your dance card. And he's like looking at me, getting fussy, like, what are you talking about? I'm the only one about. And I told him. He's like, cool. Because they need in between. They need fill-ins.
Yeah.
So then I brought up you. So for anybody that's listening that keeps recommending songs for Stephanie, stop. Because unless you pick a funny song, like who told you, oh, her husband, do Wanted Dead or Alive? And I'm like, no, that is not, it's not funny. unless, because everybody knows the song. So you could have people sing along with you. But the only way it would be funny is if you
were in bear chaps. I don't think so.
No, I didn't say scary. I said funny. Good Lord. That looked like a gorilla in a friggin' that sweatsuit or something.
I don't have a hairy butt.
We don't know, and I don't want to know. But my point is unless you can get out there, because you can go to Party City and buy an inflatable guitar. So unless you plan on getting out there and like air guitaring it on this inflatable guitar and make a really crazy show out of Wanted Dead or Alive, then it's not a energetic, funny song. And Christy's taller than you, and you're shorter than her. And I said, since we were going to dress you up as a guy anyways, because if it's a drag show, you're supposed to be the opposite of what you are.
Yeah.
So we were going to dress you up as a guy and try to make Christy look like a hot chick, and then have y'all sing
Sonny and Cher.
Sonny and Cher. Now, did you get what I just did?
Yes, I got what you said.
What did I just say?
Dress Christy up as a hot chick, like I'm not a hot chick.
No, that means you did not get what I said.
Well, I guess
if you're supposed to dress up as an opposite, and we're going to make you look like a guy, and we're going to try to make Christy look like a God, man, Christy. You are so slow, Stephanie.
Yes, I need to get more of my monster in me. Christy, he just insulted you.
I can't believe you just said you need to get more of your monster in you live on the radio, and your husband is listening, by the way.
Is he already listening?
Hey, go see what Christy just said. It just popped up and said, look. So I have no idea what it just says. I just know that it could be something.
Try to make me look like a hot chick, and she's doing it like here's your there's like more, my phone's vibrating over here. So here's your husband. I did not pick that song, and yes, she does have a hairy butt. No, I don't. And we were talking about.
So in other words, we could put you in an outfit and play that song. Walk like a man, talk like a man.
Well, Christy and I were talking about either.
Good God, she's lighting up the page. My phone won't stop.
Yeah, it keeps popping up on my computer.
But yeah, the thing is I am asking for funny.
Yeah.
So whatever you can do to be funny, because it's a comedy show.
Yeah,
it's a drag show, but it is a comedy show. So we need funny.
Yeah, she and I were talking about either Sonny and Cher. I got you, babe, because we could make that one funny, or
like you get on your knee and looking up to her. I mean, I just think that'd be hilarious.
Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta.
Oh, you're the one that I want would be amazing.
Yeah, you're the
because if y'all are duets, you gotta. How about the Cheater song?
Cheater song.
Roy and hold on, let's see who this is.
I bet you that's Christy.
Just for fun.
I have been a wait.
Oh, he just hung up on you, girl.
I did not. That was phone technicalities.
No, yeah, that was his finger going.
I don't know what just happened there. Something happened to the phone. It just hung up. I don't really know. All right, here's that song.
Uh-oh, I'm getting in trouble.
Of course, you're 26 seconds into a stupid old commercial. So, but it's by that Joey and Roy. You don't remember this?
I do, but I don't know the name. I mean, I don't know the words.
Okay, as soon as this stupid commercial goes by, I can't really say nothing. We all have sponsors. Watch.
Cheater, cheater, where'd you meet her? Down at Ernie's bar. Did she smile your way, twirl her hair and say how cute your dimples are? Did she use that line, your place or mine, while you danced with her real slow? Tell me, cheater, cheater, where'd you meet that no good white trash hoe?
So you don't know that song?
I do. But
I just meant because it's kind of a duet. But the problem is it's not truly a duet because he's more of a He's more of a backup
guitarist.
singer.
Yeah, and guitarist. Where Sonny and Cher, I Got You Babe, and the other one,
Yes.
they sing separate choruses or separate verses and then sing choruses together. So I don't know. It's down between them two. Christy had said save a horse, ride a cowboy, but I don't know.
Well, the problem is that's not a.
Well, then that
y'all both would have to dress up as a guy.
Yeah, both of us would.
But she's tall enough; she could be big. Oh, now she's having phone technical difficulties.
Hello.
Hey, it's about time you answer that dang phone hanging up on me like you did.
Man, I've been up for 2.5 seconds. I'm getting ready to come whoop your
Good luck. You don't even know where I live.
Hey, I'll send you the address.
No, I've only posted enough videos.
I am so unattractive today that I could probably sniff you out.
Hey.
Hey, I'm sending you his address, Christy.
What was that low blow about this morning, Scotty?
I don't know what we're talking about. What? I don't recall, Your Honor.
You said you could try to make me look like a woman or something?
Well, a drag queen woman. We would have to put like a stuffed sock in the front or something, and
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh.
But anywho's, yes, we definitely, if if you two really want to do it, you just gotta be rehearsing some songs and be as stupid as you can be. I mean, truthfully, if you're gonna do I Got You Babe, I mean, at one point, you could do the whole heart thing with your hand, get on one knee, be silly. Of course, then if you're gonna be
Well, definitely I can be stupid. I mean, I've been married 3 times, so I'm pretty stupid.
And Mike's like, I could have been there today. I wasn't trying to knock you, Mike. I'm trying to say when it comes to events, I can't count on, I have to have backup. When it comes to events, I got to have a backup plan. So,
it's okay,
and at a
Mike.
drag show, you always got to have a backup. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I made the comment to Travis that we would be coming in the
back door.
The back door, and he said, we're going in the back door at a drag show. And I said, shut up.
It's the only way to come.
Oh.
Oh!
And we
Y'all
are
have a
sorry
good
for
morning.
that one.
Thank you. Thanks for calling.
All right, bye, y'all.
I'm
Yes.
going straight to hell for that one.
Just like my mama
So
said.
I'm gonna play that song because I probably need to take a commercial break after that.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
good lordy, and I didn't even have the songs really set up this morning. Good God, I'm telling you, what a day! But the funny here is, so Jeff Matthias gets home and decides to watch the show because he missed most of the show yesterday. So he's watching the show and he's text messaging me right during what he's watching. So I'm gonna give you kind of a playback. He said, "Holy effing shit, watching the show from today and heard that Chris Beasley is coming out Monday, which is the Fox 5 lady." He said, "That's awesome, bro." I go, yep, I hope so. And then he says, "Dude, persistence pays off. I'm so proud of you. I'm in Jersey. Make sure it's well recorded." And I'm like, okay. So then he says, capital letters, "Holy shit. You just said you like Bruce Jenner's boobs."
Yes, you did.
Yes,
say
I
that.
did. That's the bad thing about video. People can go back and catch you saying what you say you didn't say, but you said it. There's no getting out of it.
He is here. Hey,
Who is here?
Hey, he sent me the text
Who
message
is here?
like that.
Who is here?
He's trying. See now.
Who
there's a
sent you the text
conspiracy.
message? Who
There's a
sent you the text
conspiracy.
message?
'Cause now y'all.
Who sent you the text message? Who
It's the
sent
first one right there.
it? What does that say? What does that say?
Says Heath K.
Good Lord. I'm telling you, electrical shock therapy. I think it will help you.
No,
it cannot mess you up any worse.
There's a conspiracy this morning. He's trying to get
really?
me zapped.
Well, if you're willing to participate.
Why would I do that?
I think listen, even cars need front end alignments. I think that you might just need an adjustment.
An electrical shock.
I think you just need a little adjustment. I don't see what's so wrong with it. Of course, because I'm not the one getting it, but hey.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
All right, so listen, since Heath is here, and I made the horrible joke about the way you got to go to a drag show. All right, we'll be right back, everybody. Here comes the song this morning.
So Mike's shower this morning because my child's slimy.
So Fred Durst finally got married, but I'm pulling it up now. But it says he got married 3 years ago. So why is it like he finally got married?
I don't know. That's kind of crazy.
It says he got married 3 years ago.
No. You're not funny. Like I said, there's a conspiracy this morning. Yeah. Oh, what? That you're trying to get me zapped?
Truthfully, there was nothing dirty said.
No.
Truthfully, there was nothing dirty said. That's the problem. If you have the Cracker Jack Dakota ring, you got it. But doesn't mean I delivered it that way.
Yeah, that's messed up. The Trojan.
I realized this is the one I slept in yesterday.
Yeah, that's the one you had on yesterday.
This morning I just woke up.
And Mr. Charleston, I guess if you do about it, right? So you're gonna be there Saturday night? Well, I mean, you gotta be the train. Yeah. Oh no.
I walked over to the thing as soon as I did this.
Yeah.
I just put a bunch of soap in there and set it for like 20 minutes. Then we go back in there second when it feels up.
We probably need to get one of those washing machine cleaner.
Oh, well, when it's over with, what I'll do is put those bunch of socks in there, a bunch of leaves.
That's the one good thing about my my new washing machine. It has a self-cleaning cycle. And it'll tell you when you need to. What?
Yeah, I went through that yesterday. I know. Sort of recognize that.
Nah, what is that? That's funny. No, that is funny. I love Yoda.
I gotta wait till I do the Fred Hurst thing.
It's the Easter Bunny.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and he is here.
I'm not saying it.
Saying what?
He's not. He's the mic's not on.
He's here.
Say it.
Say it,
Yeah,
Steph.
he's here.
Say it.
He's here.
He's here.
Now you're saying it like you were saying it yesterday.
Say it.
Stop.
I was only going over to adjust the board. Did you think I was going for a stun
Yes.
gun?
Yes. Heath.
Who?
Heath is here.
Could you spell that?
Heath. Heath.
Can y'all hear me? Because I can't hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. I had to cut all that down yesterday because there was testicle difficulties.
There we go.
Do you hear yourself there?
I can hear me now.
Can you hear me now?
Look, you had the whole ride over here to talk to yourself.
And I did. We had a real good conversation.
So you talked to he too?
Sure do.
Check this out. I'm going to
It
play
gets
this.
scary when he responds.
So Fred
Ooh.
Durst, I got married 3 years ago. They're saying that he finally has acknowledged getting married. So I was going to let this play as TMZ reports it.
In 1925.
Of course, after their, no, we're not listening to no Modelo beer commercial. We've already tried to plug
look.
who we say to go see.
Modelo is nasty.
My mom likes it. It's decent when you're drinking it and eating Mexican food.
How are you, boss? You're the first star come tonight.
Everything I know, man. I'm a comet. I'm a comet.
They're really not talking about anything.
Yeah, I can't understand.
So they're just showing pictures of him and his wife, and he's signing autographs.
Hold on.
Awesome show.
He showed up to every single concert.
Okay.
That's a question.
Yes.
Well, that's just kind of lame. I was hoping that this was going to be.
Does that mean
Here we go.
we're walking down the aisle soon, or?
No, we didn't.
She's like,
Was that?
yeah.
Party.
Okay, so they're saying. So that was a waste of time. They were just saying that they did get married 3 years ago. What it was is the video shows that they were seen going into a restaurant together, and they were making the comment that you go to each, you've gone to every one of his concerts, blah, 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 blah. They see the ring. They bring up the fact that, hey, are y'all getting married? And she's like, no, we've already gotten married. So that's where that was going. I'm sorry. I thought it was actually going to be a little better. I was hoping it was going to be more of a hey, this is what's really happened sort of thing. Steph, anything?
Yeah, I didn't know Fred Durst was married. So apparently 3 years ago he got married and it has been keeping it a secret ever since.
And there's no reason.
Is she pretty?
Oh, God, yeah. Believe it or not.
That's Fred Durst. So
Believe it or not, if I say this, it'll probably come back to haunt me. But she looks like Sadie Huff.
Oh.
I don't mean haunt me in a bad way. I just, you know.
I was trying
Chris
to find it
Huff
on
would probably
TMZ.
be honored that I'm like, dude, your wife's hot. You know, but that's what Fred's wife
yeah.
looks like. Did
Yeah,
you just look at her?
I just found it. Yeah.
So watch. I had to. I'll go back up here and find it too. But so
And-
he can see it.
Fred
Yeah, don't
Fred-
forget he's sitting here.
Yeah.
Fred Durst is kind of looking like Andy Cagle.
Well, what's funny is right now, Chris Huff has grown his beard out. Golly, sorry, y'all. And it's just kind of funny that everybody's in the beard trend. It's not that anything's wrong with it, but just it's a beard trend. Everybody's just kind of in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It'll-
now it shows it.
it'll go out of style.
But,
soon.
yeah. So
I
anyways.
personally don't like beards.
Let's see. Huh?
I don't like beards.
Well, it's because it's such a young
Is that
age.
the reason why you keep
it
shaving
tracks you.
yours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The bushy, hairy beards.
I just thought you didn't like hair.
What?
Hey!
He caught me.
Wow.
So what are you doing tonight,
So
Heath?
Travis can say, not only does she veet her feet, she veets before I eat.
Hey!
It's we're still PG-13. I've not said anything sexual.
Yet. I think if we stay on this train, though, then we're
I
going to
know.
go barreling through that wall.
Boop, boop. Next stop, hell.
Mm-mm-mm.
Please exit to your right if you plan on staying a while.
Kind of makes me think of a picture I saw on Facebook a long time ago. It's got a little stick figure sitting in a handbasket and says, "Why are we sitting in this handbasket? And why is it so dang hot?"
Yes. Now, how about this? Here's this thing that's pictures of hotties from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, I was.
Some of
looking
these
at that yesterday.
chicks, what happened to
that's
them?
the girl from. It was like
It was a weird Married with Children's type
Yeah, it was
show
like
where
a-
the guy talked to the
rabbit.
The rabbit,
Yeah.
yes. And look, she was a redhead, was hot. And then she went on to do another show about Vegas. And now look at her.
Vegas.
That don't even look like her face. I mean, it truthfully does not look like her. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened.
No, it doesn't. Look
And then,
like her.
you know, Kim Kardashian just what the halo? I don't
She's
really
expecting
understand.
baby number 2.
Somebody made the joke the other day.
What are they going to name this baby? South?
They want to not Kanye wants to knock her up so nobody else will have anything to do with her. That was one of the jokes that was being talked about.
Mm.
Knock her up really fast so nobody else wants her. So here's just some of the ladies and see if you can recognize any of them. Of course, Pam Anderson. Pam Anderson, that left picture is when she was
That was Baywatch.
pre-Tool time or right about the time she was
Yeah.
Tool time. Now, I mean, for her age, she's still pretty hot, man.
Considering.
Yeah, I guess.
Considering all that
the
she's
life that she's
done.
lived.
Yeah.
Now, she looks rough.
Meg Ryan, yeah, when she did the lips, it was a
Meg
little
Ryan
bad.
looked rough since '85. So.
Right. And then that's that Rose McCow. And she, you know, she actually does look a little better. I guess because she doesn't have the baby face anymore and she actually looks like a woman now.
Yeah.
Instead of a child is all I mean. Elizabeth Hurley, still smoking, dude.
Yeah, she hasn't
know.
changed.
She
She's got
hadn't
a
changed
little.
any.
But I believe that she's done a boob
Yeah, I was
job,
about to say,
even
she's a
though
little
people
more hefty up top.
would deny that. The lady
She
from
looks
Terminator,
rough.
Linda,
Linda
yes,
Hamilton.
she plays. She does a lot of sci-fi movies now. Because
Yes.
her career, for some reason, just went weird. But she was smoking in Terminator 1 and 2. Like this picture of her must be like Terminator 2.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
she's-
that's C2.
She's built, stacked, and jacked. You know, you can tell she's been to the gym. Arms are in great
Mhm.
shape. Now she actually plays a witch on a sci-fi show I watch.
She has
Gwyneth
really changed.
Paltrow. You know, she really hasn't changed a whole lot. Now she's smoking in Iron Man. You know,
yeah.
She's got it going on. And when I say smoking, y'all gotta just each woman has something about them. And like she does the sexy librarian, you know, head CEO lady, and she pulls that off good. Now, Demi Moore, there's a picture of her like when she's probably 19 or 20, and then the picture of her roughly close to now. You know,
she's still a pretty woman.
She's still a pretty woman. Now, who isn't so pretty woman anymore is the girl with the funky mouth who did Pretty Woman.
Oh, Julia Roberts.
Yeah, Julia Roberts. Yeah.
She hasn't really changed. Allie Landry.
Yeah, Allie Landry hasn't changed too much. She's still pretty cute. And now that woman right there, Katie Seagal, has changed a great deal, but not too much. I mean, it's still Peg. I mean, no matter what, you're always going to call her Peg.
Yeah, she'll forever be Peggy Bundy.
Yeah, because no matter what,
just like she will always be Kelly.
Kelly Christina Aguilera. I mean, Applegate. Sorry, I was speaking way too fast as I was looking at the blonde hair. Yeah, you know, she's always going to be that person. The problem is she really hasn't done. I mean, she's done a lot of stuff, a lot of shows, movies, and stuff, but she's not done anything.
Everything that she's done hadn't been
right.
As
It's always been a
Bundy.
Shadow of Kelly Bundy. I have no idea who this chick is.
I ain't got a clue who she is.
She was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. She played the first April.
How about say her name?
Judith Hogg.
See, I have no idea. Never really known anything that she's done. And I don't mean that to be sarcastic. I'm saying. And now how about this Lisa Renee? Now, you got to remember she was in like Days of Our Lives, then Melrose Place.
Yes.
And then she's done a few shows after that. But I'm always just going to remember her as the crazy girl from Melrose because she was nuts in Melrose.
But that picture that they were showed that they had up on the right, the now picture, she looks like the alcoholic party way too much.
Yes, and
with the grandkids' grandma.
Yes,
right
and
now.
she's been known to be that person too.
Yeah, and she's married to Harry Hamlin.
Yeah. Are they still married? Because at one point they were both detoxing, and who knew where they were going.
When she was on Celebrity Apprentice, she talked about still being married to him.
I couldn't remember. It's been several years because I kind of just gave up watching some of the people. Angela Bassett, they're saying actually there was something that was reported the other day about just how she has not aged.
No, she hasn't. Look at that.
No, she still looks great.
That's right.
And she did a wonderful
and that's
job
the girl
as
that
Tina Turner.
How Stella got a groove back. Now, Alicia Silverstone. Now that girl is not aging well. I mean, she just doesn't have the cute thing going for her anymore. She has the I've been partying too hard eyes. That's what some people
those
just
eyes 20 years ago too. So
no, but what I'm saying is she had the cute girl look, and now she just has the woman look. I don't know how to explain it. Just when I see her, it doesn't remind me of the cute little girl from the
she's got the wrinkles around her mouth now.
Now, Liv Tyler,
she hasn't aged.
She really hasn't aged a whole lot. And ever since she played a fairy in one of those shows, dude, she just has always been kind of cool.
She's just got bags under her eyes.
Now this girl, this Stacey,
the
Stacey Dash. Now she did tons and tons of movies back in the 80s. And now she doesn't even look like the same person.
Her face looks like it's plastic.
It's just some of these people go too far. Okay, Jenny McCarthy. Everybody's talking about Jenny McCarthy right now. Her face really hasn't changed much. She'll forever be remembered as the chick from Playboy. You know?
Well, that show that
Remote Control.
Yeah, that show they did on HBO on MTV.
MTV, yeah.
Yeah, Remote Control.
I actually believe she should be the person to take over for Joan Rivers. I personally believe it just because she's got the wackiness and everything else. Now there's Julia Roberts. She's not in this picture. She doesn't look bad because she's all dolled up for pictures in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But like there was something that they took pictures of her walking through an airport. Jeez Louise. I would have walked past her and I would have never known it was her. I would have never I may have glanced over and said, man, she kind of favors Julia Roberts, but I probably wouldn't have said, hey, you look like Julia Roberts. Unless I just happened to catch her smile the right way, I probably wouldn't have noticed.
Well, that's always been her thing that she catches on is her smile.
Yes. And Yasmine Bleak. She's totally not the same person anymore.
No.
She got with Don Johnson. And
did she now?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Was Don Johnson was with Dennis Rodman, because when her and Dennis Rodman were,
I didn't know that either.
That's around the time.
Are you sure you're not thinking about Carmen Electra? Because I didn't know.
Carmen Electra was with Rodman.
Yasmin was with her too, I think.
With her. That must have been when he had his dress on. No, but yeah, I didn't know that. I just knew that she kind of just got all secluded and disappeared. So Sharon Stone, everybody's just watched her over the years change. You know, you can't help it, because I don't mean to be rude, y'all, but she was not that young when she did the movie with Michael Douglas anyways. Now this right here, chick, Daryl Hannah, she is kind of the space cadet. Like when she did the blue iguana, good God, I think she took the blue pill, and I don't mean the one for the guy. She's always been spacey.
Yeah, she was something.
Roxanne and Splash would probably be the only two that I'll ever think she's perfect for.
No, she's aging good.
Elizabeth
Shue.
Yeah, Elizabeth Shue is she actually is a character now on CSI, and she's doing terrific. So and that's kind of cool.
And she's aged gracefully well.
Yes, she totally has. Now this chick here, does everybody remember her? Kelly LeBrock
from Weird Science.
Weird Science. Then married Steven Seagal.
Yes.
Now I saw her.
That was going to be my next question. Wasn't she the one that married Steven Seagal?
I saw her in a movie or at something on television not too long ago, where the only way I recognized her was the voice. She played a lawyer, and the only reason I recognized her was I remember her. The way she said something in the show was the same way she talked to Michael Anthony Hall on Weird Science. That's the only reason I remembered who she was. Now, I'll always remember her.
In that picture, I think I probably would get her confused with Peg Bundy.
On the right here?
Yeah.
So with a quick glance,
Yeah, a quick glance, I'd think of
or an older Elizabeth Hurley. I'm sorry.
To me, she just looks like, in that picture, she looks like more like Katie Seagal.
Yeah. With the black dress on, the hair down, the lipstick. Yeah. I'm just saying, if it wasn't for the way she was speaking on the TV show, I never would have known. Now, how about this chick? I saw this picture.
Wow.
In a million years, I would have never guessed who this was.
Oh, she looks
Kelly McGillis.
Wow. That's not even day and night. That's like morning and midnight. I mean, that's wow.
Totally. I would have
never guessed.
If I walked up to a charity and they told me a special guest was there, and they would have said, the lady from Top Gun, Kelly McGillis, I would be standing next to this woman thinking she was the assistant going, so when's your boss going to be here?
Yeah.
And I would probably, please, y'all, don't take me wrong. I'm just saying drastic difference.
No, she's not unattractive. Don't.
Yeah, Stephanie kind of shouldn't have said she looked awful, because that insinuates
she's not
horrible,
all,
misfigured.
She definitely looks like a grandmother.
Well, you can tell she's normal now.
Yeah, she can tell
she's not Hollywood.
She's not a Hollywood starlet anymore.
You said she looked awful.
She does.
Which I was going to compare her to somebody.
She does not look awful.
She doesn't look awful
like
because
she's gotten away from Hollywood.
I actually wanted to compare her to somebody, but then after you said she looked awful, I thought, God, if I compare her to the person we're friends with, geez, Steph. Who does she remind you of?
She doesn't remind me of anybody.
Holly Cripps.
No.
Yeah.
No.
The same hair. The same build.
No.
Almost the same smile. Holly's got a better smile. Oh, my God. Good save now. Let's move on to another subject before the house gets blown up.
Yeah.
How about Kim Basinger? Here's what I find amazing about Kim Basinger.
There's no
She's kind of like Julia Roberts. Some movie, she's hot. Some movies, she just looked like an okay, normal person. And when I use hot, I mean Hollywood or normal. You know, in some movies, she looked very Hollywood. Sometimes she just looked very normal.
Right.
And now when you see this picture, I'm hoping her hair's just pulled back in a ponytail, because she kind of looks like David Bowie.
Yeah.
She almost looks like David Bowie, the way she has her hair combed. Please, I hope it's in a ponytail, but she has a part on the side. It's all combed back.
She's even wearing
and
something.
she's wearing something like Bowie, right?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say she's David Bowie went in his closet for sure.
Now, how about this? Michelle Pfeiffer. Now, the picture they show is definitely before Grease, way before Grease.
Yeah.
But she still got it going on.
Yeah, she's still a beautiful woman to me.
Now, here's a chick, Lisa Bonet. She has been different. Like, she was in a movie with Mickey Rourke called Johnny Handsome.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that we'd ever seen her be anything other than a Cosby Kid. And it's a kind of an odd movie, very graphic in violence and sexual content. But yeah, you got to think if this picture on the left is when she was with Lenny Kravitz. That's right as Cosby was, kind of finishing up.
And then the picture on the right, she looks like Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah. And then how about this? Rebecca De Mornay. Do y'all remember there was one movie that she did, God Created Woman? And that is what made her famous because it was so X-rated.
I thought it was the Tom Cruise movie that got her famous.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Risky
right.
Business.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
Risky
didn't know. I
Business.
didn't know her from that. When God Created Woman.
That's the only thing I know her from.
Oh God, then
Well, she was in
you
the
apparently didn't see that because if you had
Yeah.
ever said God, if you had ever seen God Created Woman, you would never even think about her being in Risky Business. That's why I've never associated her with it because I didn't even know she was in that movie.
Yeah, she was in Risky Business. She was in The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Yeah, she was in that too.
She was in a couple of movies.
How about Heather Graham? I mean, dude, she's done some stuff that just throws you out there, like Austin Power. But
Yeah.
then she did Boogie Nights.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Two extremely different characters.
And she hasn't. She,
She
looks the same.
She
Yeah.
doesn't look like she's aged today.
That's right.
And it doesn't look like she's had Botox or anything.
How about
either.
Brittany and Cynthia? I never pronounce the name, but I think it's just Daniels. But
Yeah, it's
it's not
Daniel.
Daniels with an S. It's just Daniel. But I've always said Daniels. They actually had a teen TV high school show.
Yeah, Sweet Valley High.
yeah.
Sweet
And
Valley
that's
High.
where they got famous.
Is
And then Cynthia decided she didn't want to do it anymore. And now Brittany is the one that's been in Joe Dirt. She's been in several TV shows. You recognize who she is?
I recognize them, but I didn't recognize where I knew them from.
Yeah. Yeah. The Cynthia one, the sister decided just to get out of Hollywood and just become a normal person. And Brittany, of course, likes to work out, be very fit, been in tons of movies, tons of this, tons of that. Now, Tiffany Thiessen, she left Saved by the Bell, went to 9102 for a minute.
Yep.
And then she's done a couple of other shows.
She's been in a lot of Lifetime movies.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then she's on that other one, White Collar Criminals or something like that.
Yeah, something on USA Network she's on.
And then these other twins, I can never pronounce their name, Tamara
Tia.
and Tia.
Tia and Tamara.
Okay. What's their last name?
Maury.
Okay. But, they kind of did the same thing.
Yeah.
One of them has kind of backed out of Hollywood and the other one has really went a lot further.
Yeah, she has a talk show on I believe it.
She?
Which she? There's two
I
she's on
I
the
deal
TV
with
screen.
this every day.
The one that
I deal with this every day.
the one that decided to go on and stay in showbiz.
Okay, but which one?
Which would
I
be
can't-
Tamara, I believe.
I think it is Tamara,
I don't know.
but it comes on
Now
Channel
about
5.
Heather Locklear.
Look at her
Sorry for
hair.
whoever just kicked. Yeah, she's like I saw pictures of her vacationing with her ex-husband, Richie, with the daughter, and it's cool. I guess if I word it this way, it's cool that an ex-husband and an ex-wife can hang out and vacay like that. And they still had like somewhat of a connection. So either they've decided to be best friends or there's still something there. That's just what the pictures would let you believe.
Yeah, there's probably still something there.
Well, what,
Now-
they married for something like 35 years before they got divorced, or at least together for that long?
I don't know.
Oh,
it
I don't-
wasn't that
I don't
long,
think it was
no.
that long. Now
Yeah.
this chick, I can never pronounce the name, but the only way I ever remember her, she's been in tons of stuff. Don't get me wrong.
Sherilyn
But she played Priscilla in an Elvis movie years ago. And that's the first time I'd ever seen her in anything. And I've seen her play small bits and stuff, between that. Of course, Janet Jackson, everybody talks about how she still looks, but hey, anybody that can go to a plastic surgeon can still look certain ways.
Mhm.
I mean, just face it. It just is what it is. Jasmine Guy, you don't ever really see a whole lot out of her anymore. My problem with her, and I've said this not just in this picture, but her face has been looking a little masculine over the last several years.
Yeah, she looks more like Prince now.
As she's getting older. And I used to think she was like super hot. And then how about Jenny Garth?
She looks the same. I'm sorry.
You know, other than some wrinkles and getting a little older, she's always looked the same.
She'll always be Kelly from 90210.
Yeah. And, you know, she tried, her and what's her name, tried to get a TV show together, and it just didn't take off.
Yeah, the one that played Donna.
Yes.
Yeah, because it was a comedy.
Oh, Tori Spelling.
Yeah.
Yes, Tori Spelling. And how about this girl, Tatiana
Ali.
Okay, do y'all know? Do you know right after the Fresh Prince? I bet people don't know this. Right after the Fresh Prince, she, unbeknownst to everybody, however you want to. I'm trying to. I got to keep it PG-13. She became a crackhead.
Really?
And then she became a porn crackhead.
Really?
And then where she was on the down low, like nobody but people that knew her. TMZ, nobody kept up with it. Like she was on the down low. Nobody knew this was happening. All of a sudden, the very first Celebrity Drug Rehab with Dr. Drew came out, and I watch all those. I'm all about watching drug rehabs and psychological stuff.
And she was
on it. And that's when they admitted she started crying because they're filming it. And she explains what happened. And then, of course, what do? I go to the computer and start looking. Because it's like, holy cow, that. Because I didn't
never guessed
when Celebrity Rehab came out, you didn't know what's real and what's fake because it's the first season of it. You don't know is this put on. Could she really have gone from stardom to crackhead to that, and she's trying to get help, or has she went down the rung as an actress? And she got on the show hoping to get attention. Right. So when I pulled it up, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what a horrible life. And when I say porn, I don't mean lights, camera, action, you know, great production, great cameras, like a real studio. I mean, like Motel 6, we're leaving the flashlight on.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, it was bad.
I was always under the assumption that when she left Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, she was trying to get in the music industry because I'd seen.
She did, but that failed.
So many things about it,
right?
And then I thought that it never took off. No, and I thought she was one of the starlets that just kind of faded away behind the limelight.
It did, and then she turned to dope.
But I didn't. I had no clue about.
And then after the rehab, they got her confidence back and convinced her to go back to trying to sing. Now where she is now, I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people don't know. And here's the real big question that was asked back then, just back then. Will Smith, why didn't he try to help her? I mean, he has the money. Why did he not try to help her?
Trying to help people anyways and help your friends and help your family.
Then why did you not help her? That's why. Because I can't remember if Drew asked that question during the show, but I think something like that had been asked at one time. Now, how about Jennifer Love Hewitt? Now, how crazy. She's changed a lot, but she's still just that country girl look.
Yeah, she's still got that girl next door look to her.
Yep, and that's kind of like the one married to the guy that's going to try to play Batman. Ben Affleck, Jennifer Garner. You know, she's kind of the same. Now, this
chick married in real life?
Yes. How about this Tia Carrera? Now, she changed tremendously. Like they airbrushed her a lot, and she did Playboy, and that they thought that was going to spike her career back, and it really just didn't help. Nobody has really seen or heard from her. She hasn't even been doing any B-rated type movies.
Yeah, the only thing I remember her in was Wayne's
World. After Wayne's World, that was it. She was gone. Jessica Biel, come on.
She's been trying to shed the Seventh Heaven look for so long. She'll take almost any role.
She did a role where she played a stripper that was like
Powder Blue.
Yeah, what a wild movie. And then of course that's Justin Timberlake's wife. You know, so she'll never have to work again a day in her life.
Nope.
But she's been trying to shed that image that she picked up from Seventh Heaven forever.
And even though Tori Spelling is making money doing her shows, she is definitely showing that she is a bimbat, like Anna Nicole Smith. That nobody will ever shed the light that she was just a space cadet. So Tori Spelling, changed a little bit, you know.
She still looks the same.
To me. What the thing I can't understand
like
is
her father's daughter.
With all the money, why she never got her jaw fixed. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but how about Alyssa Milano? Now she's gone from good girl to bad girl to now back to good girl, bad girl when she did the witch thing. But then, like, now she's on this kick of she don't want to be remembered as being the bad girl. Well, you can't stop that.
Right.
It just is what it is. Now, this one right here, Kelly Packard, I just don't even really remember her from anything. And there's Baywatch, but I didn't watch Baywatch, so I can't.
I remember, I didn't watch a whole lot of Baywatch, but I can remember bits and pieces of her.
Yeah, she started out on like one of those Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah.
And then went to Baywatch. And so, yeah. You skipped over that one.
Yeah, because why? We already know about her. Yeah. Now, how about the Amy Jo Johnson? Now, she went from the stupid show. She did a movie similar to like The Doors that she was in, and that was a decent movie.
She used to be in the Power Rangers.
Yeah, the Power Rangers. But then she did this Canadian, I can't remember the name of it, but she was on the SWAT team for this Canadian SWAT unit that I watched all the time. And now she's just disappeared again. But she's just grown up. That's all. I mean, you know, some people just change. Kerry Russell, you know, she's kind of changed over the years. She's doing that new show. I say new, it's on its second or third season where she
hasn't changed too much just with her hair.
Yeah, she wants the straight hair look.
Her hair's tamed.
And some of these chicks like this one, I just don't even recall anything. So, but look, I'm going to get out of here because we're at 51 and there's still 77 and I don't want it to completely consume the show. But I just figured we'd go over some of the hot ones. I don't mean hot by look, but hot ones is the ones you would know, you know?
Yeah, that's funny. Is this DJ Scotty or your dad or an imposter?
Yeah, talk about that. Go ahead.
There's a picture that was sent to Scotty yesterday that someone took of him riding his motorcycle and sent it to his daughter. And on the back of his motorcycle vest, it says DJ Scotty on it. And so he's on his motorcycle. You see the vest, and it says DJ Scotty on it. And
she could have slimmed that picture up. She makes me look a little fat in that picture. I think she did that on purpose.
Yeah, we still need to work on those the Photoshop pictures because I'm interested to see how we're gonna look. Mike was supposed to be doing. You don't remember that from last Friday?
Like I listened to him. Tell me more definition.
Look in his eye.
Give me a real definition of what you're talking about.
Remember,
because hey, hold on. I have to remind you every day that you're on a radio show, and the listeners. Hey, if you don't zip it, I'm gonna shock you. I always tell you, listening to the shows like sitting on the front porch talking to your cousins. Yes. But the problem is this, Stephanie. Don't talk to us or the radio show like your cousins because you knuckle draggers might understand each other. The rest of us are blank. So when you just look at me and go, I'm still waiting on them Photoshop pictures, I'm thinking,
Scotty looked at me,
hell
and
are you talking
I ain't
about?
got a clue.
I don't either. I didn't know if you understood redneck knees better than me.
I thought you were looking at me as a cue of saying, okay, help fill in the blank here,
So
brother.
I don't know.
I didn't know.
Okay, so apparently Mike has spoken to you about some Photoshop.
Last Friday when we were looking over the different Photoshop pictures of people where they had Photoshopped themselves to make them look better, we were talking about that, about all of us having our pictures Photoshopped to see what we would look like. Photoshopped.
So we're taking
that
so you're talking about taking a redneck.
How many shows do we do?
Glamour shotting it, basically.
I guess, yeah. I guess Glamour shot it. I don't know.
I can already see her as the big-haired lady for Longhorns.
No.
Or Flo.
Flo. That was what I was going to say. Flo from Progressive.
I would like to. We need to find somebody to tease your hair and get it to stand up. That would be
give
hilarious.
you the little beehive look
and put you a big old black bow or something in it.
Zach,
make you look like the girl from Hairspray
and the bright cherry red lipstick
and the blue eyeshadow.
Ooh,
you want to make her look like the chick from the Drew Carey show? Is that what you're trying to say? What was her name in that show? I don't even remember.
I don't remember either.
I don't either.
Because I didn't watch it.
I just remember the whole opening credits, Cleveland Rocks.
Yeah.
Low budget video that they did.
I don't remember what it's called.
So what is it that you're trying to ask me about the Photoshop? Are you trying to say that you want it to look younger? Do you want it to look crazier? Do you want it to show thinner? Okay. That's kind of where the whole got lost.
Because I haven't seen it my thinner side in 21 years.
Look, they got those mirrors at Ripley's, believe it or not. You can go stand there and see your thinner side.
No, those don't even work.
You'll have your hourglass figure back.
Steph. Steph already has her Budweiser look.
Yeah, that's
she holds up 2 Budweisers over eyeballs, looks at herself in the mirror, and goes, "Man, you sure look tan, Steph. That's a brown bottle, you idiot."
Yeah.
So what else do we got? You want to go to a commercial? Because I know we went on forever about stars that we recognize or don't recognize.
Yeah.
All right, and then I want to talk about the UFO sighting in
Conyers
last night. So listen, I would need to answer a few text messages because Mike goes, "Shocker!" I don't even have a clue what she's talking about.
Oh, you are such a liar, Mike. You do too.
Listen, if you don't get your anger handled over Mike, I'm gonna have to shock you.
He's lying.
How is he lying?
He said yesterday that he went and got the whatever Photoshop.
That doesn't mean he knows what you're talking about.
Yes, he does.
Who knows subconsciously you want to be thinner?
Everybody.
But who would know that you're wanting us to go Photoshop you to make you look thinner?
He knows because he said he was going to have to take pictures.
Yeah, he doesn't know nothing.
I don't know nothing. Wow.
Just dang. Steph.
What?
I'm just saying.
We love you, Steph, but you need to let us in on what's going on inside your head.
No. That could be.
Y'all couldn't handle it.
What's the word? Detrimental to my health?
Yeah, y'all are not strong enough to handle it. There can be only one.
Trust me, we agree on that. There only needs to be one of you. We so 100% agree with you that we would never, ever want something like that to happen. I'm just saying. All right, I'm going to play a song that's just for Steph because she wants to be like saying things about people and blaming people, and I just figured, what the heck?
Blaming nobody.
I just thought this would be funny. Whatever. We'll be right back, everybody. It's Just Fun in the Morning. Don't believe anything comes out of Steph's mouth. I don't think she even does. So what's up with you today? Oh my God. I can tell it is Friday. I'm like, oh, I still got to go for I guess if you want to call it a concert tonight. It's, Jen's already hit me up wanting to know about what time tomorrow and I plan to be there. And she's like, registration's 10. You're going to be there at 9:30? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to shoot for 9:30. But if people pull up and see a tent, they're going to know.
Yeah. That's crazy. No, he made a crack about it this morning because somebody said something about him looking at her boobs yesterday, saying he liked her boobs. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I saw that.
Hey, I do need Travis. Because I don't know that I'm. Because I just know if I go, it's gonna mess up tomorrow. And tomorrow's already gonna be 8 a.m. to
When the
2 a.m. maybe.
if not later.
So let's bring up when we come back about the greatest lip singing bands ever. Milli Vanilli is definitely one. Then you've got stuff like Britney Spears that got busted.
Ashley Simpson 5.
Yeah.
Remember that?
That's what I'm saying. There's too many times these people have been busted. I should be so tired on a Friday when I got so much to do. Yeah, and my problem is, used to. My Monday through Friday was just like, blah, and then Friday night all the way to Sunday was crazy. And it will be because I have 3 events tomorrow. I got 1 tonight, 3 tomorrow that start from 8 and finish at 2 a.m. And then at 6 o'clock Sunday, I got something going. So, well, one of them is a show up. It's an event. It's a charity event first thing in the morning. Then the one at 35:30 is a charity thing. And then at 8 p.m. to roughly 2 a.m. is the paid gig. Good Lord. Red line. I see red line in the future. How you and smoking? How's that working?
That was the second one that I've had today. I got up and popped up.
Okay. So the hypnotist kind of work?
Kind of worked. But it didn't work. It didn't work as well as I would.
Maybe need to do it. I know the relaxing things seem to have helped me.
Well, he said that smoking could take a good session.
Yeah.
Did he have big, bushy mustache?
You already had to choose the joke. That's why I get paid the big smucks. Because I know how to think funnier than you.
No, you don't.
Here we go. We're back. Yes, I do. I am funnier than you. I am just a no. I am a naturally funny person.
Only in your mind.
You just naturally do accidental funny things.
And then realize it's funny.
And then it's like, oh crap. Everybody's laughing at me. Oh, it's okay. I'm laughing at me too. Kind of like you drunk with the Viking sock hat on. So she's got this knitted sock hat that you would wear during the wintertime, and it's hot, like July. And she's running around with it on. It had Viking horns, and she's running through Kid Rock as this short Ewok creature with a sock hat on. And she's got the little ball tassels, and she's shaking it and getting all up in everybody's face.
It was hair, you know.
She was that person. Hair. She was just that person that you see in
what little bit
in the
brain
videos.
cells you have.
Hey,
every video of every concert, there's that weirdo.
There's that one that they had way too much drunk.
Oh yeah,
but she was stone cold sober.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I wasn't sober.
That. She was stone cold, all right, drunk.
And I had people offering me $50 for that hat.
And instead, she comes home broke.
Yeah, because we had more fun with it.
But I still would have came
that
up with
$50. That $50.
$50.
That's right. It would have provided you some fun.
That would have been a stop at the Waffle House on the way home.
But the reason you can't.
No, we were on the bus.
You're not going to be able to ever make it make sense to her because she was just on another planet.
And this is different from any other day because.
Well, this was like if you're watching a frat party, one of those movies with a frat party, and you got the really dumbass that just does.
You got John Belushi running around.
Yeah, that was
John Belushi.
Oh yeah, she was just out there.
Yeah, we got lost.
Instead of mamas, don't let your kids grow up to be cowboys. It's mamas, please don't let her
influence your child.
Thank you. Don't let her be part of your family.
We got lost, and the whole time that ZZ
How
Top
do you?
was
Here's
playing,
but here's my question.
how did y'all lose us?
No, how do you get lost?
How do you get lost when you're in a concert?
There's a stage.
You follow the music, follow the lights.
We went to
and
the
there's
bathroom.
a sidewalk. There's a sidewalk. How do you get lost?
Yeah, we were like 10 feet away
especially at Lakewood, or was it High Five?
Yeah, it was
Eyes
Lakewood. Yeah.
Here's
we'll
how
all
you
refer
get
to it
lost?
at Lakewood.
Here's the catch.
If you're standing on one side of the wall and you don't see a band, go to the other side of the wall. You'll see the band.
Here's what we do. We always pick whether we're going to be center of the stage, right of the stage, or left of the stage, based on whatever gap might be there. Mm-hmm. So you go down the sidewalk, go up whatever set of steps. Like this particular time, we were coming from the bathroom, go to the second set of steps, which means you would be, if you're facing the step, facing the stage, it'd be the left steps. And then you go up the top of the steps and turn left and walk towards the middle a little bit. And there was like 10 of us. Mm-hmm. How the hell did you not find us? We don't know.
Well,
she ended up up one set of steps and to the left with a crowd of 10. It just wasn't us.
Well, even
Lassie knows how to get home.
I understand. I get it because I know who we're talking about. But in Stephanie's defense, she's only like 3'2". So I mean,
I had somebody dragging me around. I kept telling her, "No, we're back that way," and she kept saying, "No, we're over here." And I said, "No, we're over there." And she about got us in fights because she was walking through the crowds, kicking over people's drinks. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we got to find Travis. So I got my phone and I started texting him. And I was like, come get us. And he said, where are you at? I said, we're on the concrete.
Oh,
and
that
he said,
was helpful.
We're on the stairs. And he said, the stairs where? I said, on the concrete stairs. And then he said, where? I said, in front of the stage on the concrete stairs. And so, yeah, he found us. Do you want to go get our guest real quick, or do we want to take? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll run.
I hate when these little things complicate things in Steph's brain.
No, they don't. What?
Do you want to give?
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to go to a commercial.
You could have said, hey, our guest is here.
Hey, our guestesses is here.
All right, everybody, we're going to show off the commercial. We'll be right back. If you leave Stephanie to run this train, it would just be the NASCAR train. It would do nothing but go in circles. Right, Steph?
No, it would go straight.
Oh, Jesus Christ, y'all. We'll be right back. All right. Yes, I need to get them adjusted. They were so friggin' loud yesterday that they were bleeding over on the mic. It's like, try that. Steph, be back. Blow her ears. Don't be too very
1 2 1 2.
Yeah, yesterday when they were laying on the table, they were bleeding in on all the mics. It's like, holy cow, I came down last night for the night show. Hey, go adjust that camera, please. Oh, crap.
Yes.
I know. That be.
Well, I don't know. Is that good? No.
I need to give me a big cabinet because apparently I've got more crap than I have room. Well, I think mine was. Well, y'all doing good. Yeah, the man that we make the dip. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell them, and we wouldn't listen. Where do you want them?
Well, whoever's wanting to talk, let's get them on the mic. The head of security. Yeah, whatever, whoever wants to. Hey, I got a paddle you can smack them with, or a taser, or a pair of pliers. We can get you a trash can lid too. He's used to that. I mean, that's got a good reach to it. Yeah. Now, I don't know how to make that softer by any means. Yeah.
Yeah, skeleton.
And they're not one and the same or anything. Yeah, just like Bruce Jenner.
Yeah.
That was funny, but your boobs don't look as good as his.
I told you what I did to Brock, right? When AJ was picking at him. Yeah, AJ was picking at him about having to sit down to use the bathroom. And I said, so AJ, does that mean we need to start calling him Dr. Caitlin?
Yeah. That went over good.
It did with AJ.
If you make him laugh, you done something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thought that was hilarious. And he started calling him Dr. Caitlin. Can you hear everything on there?
It's very loud. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I can actually turn. Okay.
No, we're good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to for each person. That's one reason I'm gonna try to redo it and give people a control knob. All right, here we go. All right, all you just for funners, we're back.
Yes, we're back.
What? What am I missing?
She's got the long cord over here. She keeps pulling and pulling.
Oh yeah,
and pulling,
one side's a long one and one side's a short one, and
yeah, and it keeps coming.
Get that door for me, Steph.
Oh,
Steph, she's used to the outhouse life.
You were the last one.
No, it's my fault.
Actually,
Sorry.
it was the big
He did it.
So he did it.
Yeah,
so,
he did it.
So zap him.
He's got to catch me
Which
first.
one? I just heard there's two. So look, there's this video going around, and I know we stopped on that conversation about a UFO spotting in Conyers. But what I'm hearing is, let me pause it. Okay, you see all the other lit spots in the background?
Spit it out. It don't belong to you.
Bubba Miller and some people did a candlelight thing where they lit all these bags that went up in the sky. And that's what it is. So some people are videoing going, oh my God, there's UFOs in Conyers. You see it all flickering?
Yeah, you can tell those are lighted candles.
Now, I do agree. The one weird part, there's all the tiny ones that are individual bags, and all of a sudden there's one big one. I do get where people would be like, hey, what is that? But there you have it. This just in. Drunk folks at McDonald's believe they saw a UFO.
Imagine that.
Only in Conyers.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
you know.
only in Conyers.
So introduce everybody there, Steph.
I am. Well, this morning here in the studio, we have the man, the myth, the legend, as Scotty puts it, because he doesn't believe he existed, Mr. Charles.
Well, I feel like I have a better luck of seeing Sasquatch because I've never seen him. Like, y'all talk about him, I'm like, I don't believe he's real.
Well, I just pinched myself and I am real. I am here. And
keep your hands above the table, sir.
Yeah, and back on those floating candles where cheap drugs will do that to you.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Somebody might have put some LSD in McDonald's.
I've been saying for years they've been putting sleeping powder in their food ever since I was a kid anyways. So it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. But Mr. Charles is the owner of Southern Fried Wrestling, Championship Wrestling, and also co-owner or owner of Anarchy.
Half owner of Anarchy Wrestling in Cornelia, Georgia.
That's pretty terrific, actually.
Yeah.
Being part of something like that, owning something like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
It's very cool. Yes.
Yes. And you've owned Southern Fried. This is going on 3 years?
2 years. I started it in June of 2013. It was our first show, and because we're celebrating 2 years.
Wow.
Tomorrow night.
Yes, the Shindig 2.
And from my understanding, the whole darn town is coming out tomorrow night. So we're looking for a big crowd.
Brock would say that'd be like 6 people, right?
Yeah, those.
It'd only be like 6.
We're not talking about his last congregation.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
First shot fired.
So, that we're fixing to start a Wednesday night wrestling show. So we need to make sure that he comes in and just let him and Brock have a debate over what real wrestling is.
Yes.
We'd have to have two minds to debate. And so he'd be severely lacking. He'd be bringing a knife to a gunfight.
Oh, good Lord.
Obviously, Mr. Charles knows what professional wrestling is supposed to be. I mean, it says it in Southern Fried's tagline, the championship wrestling the way it was meant to be.
Right.
So obviously, Mr. Charles knows what it is.
Oh, yeah. And not stealing the titles or cheating to get the titles.
I just still say that cheating is such a dirty word.
Jagged was dirty for what
Bobby
he did.
Heenan used to say it best all the time. It's only cheating if you get caught.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not cheating, you're not trying, right?
That's what shoplifters say, too.
Yeah. Hey, I'm all for doing whatever it takes to get what you need. Jagged's been able to do that. So,
Just for Fun Radio.
Yes, I want to tell Mr. Charles watch his back for tomorrow night because I don't want Dr. Brock interfere with him.
Look at here. If Dr. Brock touches my back, I wouldn't even know it. I'd probably think it was a flea or a fly or a ladybug or something, so it wouldn't even be noticeable. And I know who this is. I know, Chris, I know who this is. And I want to make sure you're there tomorrow night and you're screaming and yelling for all the right people.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You be good.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Who's the call screener around here?
Well,
he calls from different numbers.
Yeah, he calls from different numbers. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to cloak it. Yeah, I keep saying I've got to get something with a better caller ID so that we'll.
Yeah. Because
it's just funny like
you
that.
need a real caller ID board that has names on it.
Yeah, but that's like $800 for the right phone system that I need.
Yeah.
We're on a poor budget around here.
Well, what kind of ragtag thing are you running in here, man?
I don't know, Heath.
Well, the standards are obviously very low. He has you in here.
Yeah,
That's
exactly
right.
Got me sitting here. So
Hey, I need to ask why. Never mind. Not touching that one.
He's over here counting.
Yeah, I have a quota for today I have to make.
So what got you into all this?
Yeah, that's
what
what I
made
was
you?
fixing to
Okay,
ask.
then Stephanie, you lead because you know more about this subject.
Well, I was
But
What?
This is what I'm used to again.
I know I have
every
that
day.
effect on women.
No, Karina, that was not true. So what got you into wanting to own a wrestling federation or?
Oh, geez. First time ever going to the Atlanta City Auditorium when my grandfather, when I was 4 or 5 years old, and seeing Mr. Wrestling #2 and Bill Dromo and oh gosh, Bob Armstrong, Buddy Cole, all those guys.
Abdullah the Butcher was the one I always remember the most, and Andre, we saw Andre wrestle actually in Porterdale, Georgia, when they used to run at the old gym years ago. Wow, that'd be wicked.
And our local wrestling was basically, we lived in Monroe. We would go to Porterdale, or we would go over to Athens to the J&J Center as a kid growing up. And then that turned into a teenager who always cheered for the good guys. And then I discovered Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen. And all of a sudden, what we like to say is we pull for the heels bad guys before anybody did. And Ric Flair was the absolute coolest guy who ever stepped in the ring and made it cool to watch wrestling again. And years of just doing that and getting to meet people at some conventions and things we would go to. And finally, I told Rusty, my best friend, who's sitting over here with his sucking on his thumb or something. I don't know what he's doing over there, but it's that ugly hat he's got on.
Hey, I like that hat.
That is the mess up. It's missing a T.
Yeah, for real. But anyway, I told him one day a couple years back, I said, on my bucket list, before I die, I will have a wrestling show. It might not be but one show, but I'll have a wrestling show. And I think he laughed at me initially, but finally we got it together, made it work. I committed to somebody that I talked to about doing it. I committed to 3 shows. I said, it don't matter if we lose money, whatever happens, we'll do 3 shows and then we'll go from there. And now we're, I guess 40 something shows in, somewhere in that neighborhood, 40, 50. And I quit counting. I can't keep up with it. For a while, I could tell you what happened on every show that we did.
Oh, I'm the same way. When people try to question me on something, I'm like, you got to tell me something else. I mean, because they'll try to name an event and all of them blend together. Unless you name something spectacular that stuck out from that event, I just can't remember them.
Which would be hard for us because we have something spectacular every event, which is
because
cheap pop.
Well, it's that one time the dude hit him with a chair.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. No.
Well, that time the dude's head bled.
No, you're talking about every show.
I know. I mean, and that's what happens to me. People go, it's that one event with the motorcycles.
Yeah, there's motorcycles at every event.
Every one of those. Well, you might as well say the one where the guy was drunk.
Yeah.
But speaking as a fan, that it was Mr. Charles who, in Southern Fried Championship Wrestling, who basically got me to being a wrestling fan all over again, because I'd gotten so watered down and sick of seeing that glitz and glamour and smoke and mirrors that's broadcast on TV.
Yeah.
And I had a buddy of mine that kept telling me, man, you got to go check out the Southern Fried. You got to go check out the Southern Fried. You got to go check out the Southern Fried.
And you were my buddy that was telling me that.
So finally I went out there at the show that he did last March, and I was just completely blown away, because that was what wrestling is supposed to be.
And that's what I was going to bring up.
I've missed one show since.
That people, when we're talking about Southern Fried, we're not talking about what you see on Monday Night Wrestling or however many different, because I don't even watch wrestling on TV, because it got too dramified. It became a soap opera.
It's all glitter and smoke and mirrors to me. And
I quit. And let me say, when I was a kid, I was avid. I was totally into it.
Yeah.
As I was getting older, I kind of backed away. Back when the Omni did its last thing, and Ric Flair was the last one I'd ever really seen. And then tried to watch it when Stone Cold was doing his thing. And then truthfully, until Stephanie introduced me to you guys, I just kind of lost it, because anytime you're flipping channels, it's screaming into a microphone. It's a Garth Brooks or Kiss concert with fireworks in the air and something dramatized, and that's why I just quit watching.
But when you go to one of their shows, and they have them the first Saturday of every month in Monroe.
Up until next month, and then we're moving around because of you got July 4th holidays the first Saturday in July, and Labor Day weekend's the first Saturday in September, and we're going to be out of state in August for the wrestling convention. So those 3 months.
Now, where's that going to be?
That's in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, that could just be kind of cool to see too.
That's very cool. We have some great memories from Charlotte. I think my greatest memory from Charlotte was probably getting drunk with Tommy Rich and Jerry Briscoe last year. And Rusty will vouch for the Tommy Rich, Jerry Jarrett story and the Jerry Briscoe and Bobby Shane's valet story, which Jerry would probably be cringing if he heard me even mentioning that right now. But yeah, there was some alcohol involved, and it was very enjoyable. One of my greatest memories in wrestling was sitting there.
The little bit that you can Sorry.
It was a blast. I mean, sitting there with two legends.
Yeah.
Just like we're sitting here right now and talking for 2-3 hours about wrestling and the history.
And see, as a kid, where Wesley Chapel and Panola in between on the access roads was Snapfinger.
Yep.
Snapfinger Country Club was the place, and my grandmother had a house there. So when I went swimming, I would be hanging out with Wildfire, Austin Idol. I mean, Tony Anderson. I mean, all these people that you just don't even hear or see about anymore. What was the dude's name? Tony Anderson dressed up as the Captain America type guy, right?
Oh, Tony Atlas.
Oh, Atlas. That's what it was. Tony Atlas.
Yes.
And then he got the guy Kevin into pumping weights, and I can't remember Kevin's last name.
Kevin Sullivan.
Because then he becomes the bad guy years after that. But Kevin Sullivan was a little bitty thin guy, and then all of a sudden, Tony Atlas got him pumping. But these are the cats that when I would go hang out at the pool, I'm looking at Austin Idol, which you don't even hear his name mentioned anymore. And it's just kind of cool to have met these guys back then.
Yeah, and speaking about Kevin and Tony, they both were in Charlotte last year for the convention.
Right.
And we've had some good conversations with Austin Idol as well a couple of years back when they actually moved the convention 1 year to Atlanta, and Austin was in Atlanta for that. So
that's just
Austin
cool.
Still looks great. Austin looks like he could get in the ring today.
No doubt.
Yeah, some guys look great and some guys look like me, and so but that's
that's part of the biz, though.
Heath, don't laugh.
I'm not giggling nothing.
Okay,
look how Heath looks, and he's just got into it.
I'm not giggling nothing.
Okay, all right.
I'm not giggling nothing. I know better.
I can talk.
I know who signs my paycheck.
I can talk about me, but you can't.
I know who signs my paycheck.
I remember back in like '99, we're down at the Nopi Nationals, which is where the NASCAR is, and across the street at the time was just this little grocery store, and I'd gotten really sunburned, so we leave Nopi, go across the street, get some suntan stuff, and as I'm going in, Wildfire is getting out of a truck. And I say something to him, but he doesn't. He was never going to remember that I hung out with him when I was in the 3rd grade at the pool. And I said, "Man, it is wild seeing you. I ain't seen you in years." He says, "Well, you got me mistaken with somebody else." I said, "Come on, man." I said, "I know exactly who you are from TV and wrestling." And he's like, "Well, you're thinking about my dad." I said, "Come on, man. I know exactly who you are." So we're walking and talking as he's shopping, I'm shopping. It's so hilarious. He's like, "You got me confused." I said, "Come on." I said, "You were Wildfire." He said, "No, it's my daddy." I said, "You're full of it." I said, "I used to hang out with you at the swimming pool at Snapfinger." And he goes, "Oh my God." And then in the whole conversation of living crazy and wild and having that pocket full of money, and that was the height of his career, and he was just explaining that, where you don't manage your money properly in the height of your career and where you end up and why you're where you're at now. But it was just super cool to just like throw back, remembering, like when I'm telling him, because in his mind, it's kind of like where I am now. I don't remember my events, but in my mind as that kid, I remember who was with him at that pool and how cool it was, So when I'm bringing back, all them hanging out at the pool, he even is like, "Wow, man, those were some crazy days." So it's just kind of neat to be able to do that.
Well, here's my memory of Tommy Rich. It was in Charlotte last year, 5:30 in the morning in the not Marriott, what was it, the Hilton, the Charlotte Hilton, Airport Hilton, 5:30 in the morning, room service. Who in the heck is this? What is this? What man, Rusty and I were in the room together. Not in the same bed. We're 2 separate beds. Don't go there. He's my partner, but that kind of partner.
Well,
and that's okay.
It's your story.
Okay,
You can tell it how you want.
But anyway, Rusty wakes up faster than I do, I guess, gets to the door. And guess who's standing at the door playing a prank on us at 5:30 in the morning? Tommy Wildfire, hey, room service.
That's funny.
Oh yeah. So we're planning on getting him back. We got to figure out what we're going to do. We're going to get him this year.
And with him telling the story, all I can think is Planes, Trains, and Automobile with John Candy and Steve Martin, because he's just described we're in the hotel. And I'm thinking the eyes open up and it's, where's your hand? It's between them two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
Oh, man.
I could just see it now. The eyes pop open.
And what was so funny, I'm going to throw this out. Rusty always wears a hat. And so you don't really notice anything. When he doesn't have the hat on, Rusty is follically challenged.
Follically challenged.
And he has been for about as long as I can remember. But so he goes to the door, obviously, at 5:30 in the morning with no hat on. And initially, Tommy didn't even recognize it.
That's funny.
He's, I got the Rusty, is that you?
That's hilarious. Now, when he says follically challenged, I pick on people about this. Just wait.
Okay.
I know where you're going.
Okay.
So do you have naturally the cul-de-sac where it's no hair on top and you choose to shave the rest?
I got
the shoehorn effect.
Horseshoes, what I call it, yeah.
And I laugh at the people that try to grow the Hulk Hogan because it's like, why? Why are you even attempting to do it? Now, Stephanie is going to be busting out her husband, but she's biting her lip because I told her to, because she will pick on her husband in a heartbeat because he has Survivor Island. He has the hair on the sides. He's losing it. And there's this one little thing in the center that he's trying to survive.
It's not even on the center. It's to the side.
Like offset to the left. Just
now,
unicorn.
Now,
his
unicorn. There you go.
I'll
let her dig her own ditch now.
Because it comes all the way to his mouth. If he takes his hat off and
the image
it
that
down,
you just painted, did you see his face? He was like,
yeah.
Well, he's seen Travis, so I mean, he knows that if you look at him when he's wearing the hat,
so you're saying just don't look
like
at him.
He has hair, but yeah.
Hey, bro, I love you. I don't want you to stab me, but you can stab your wife.
No watermelon beer for you if you do.
But I do make the joke all the time. It's like when you know it's leaving town, go ahead and help it pack up and get on down the road because it's already leaving. Look, let me tell you, my forehead has been getting larger as the years go by, but I already shaved my head.
That's because your head's getting bigger.
Oh.
Don't do it.
Really?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
She forgets that she have the taser.
I still say you need some therapy. You might get some today. But remind me before the camera's off to give her some adjustments.
I'm
gonna be your chiropractor.
Stand over there and block her exit.
I'm gonna be your chiropractor today. I'm gonna help you walk straight. I'll help you align your spine.
I don't even think you can help her do that.
No, I gotta drag my knuckles.
Oh God! No. And then she makes her own jokes. I don't even have to.
But getting back real quick because we kind of got
wrestling.
off subject. What I was gonna say is if anyone ever goes to a Southern Fried Wrestling event, you will be well entertained because it's non-stop from start to finish. I mean, there is the wrestlers that go.
The only reason we had a non-stop when I went is because the lights got turned out for a second and they had to heat back up. Well, that was long enough for me to take a breather and go, wow, because then it kicked right back in. It's overdrive. It's overdrive the whole time.
Yes, it's very exciting. There's some of the guys.
Be careful hugging guys in the bathroom though, because that's a little awkward.
Especially in the dark.
Well, I walk in, and me and the Jagged Edge had only met one time. And I walk in, and we're at the gym. So I walk in, I go to use the bathroom. But as I walk in, the door opens, and to your right, automatically when you step into that room is the stand-up toilet area that has a door. And then there's two stand-up urinals next to it, right? So I'll pass by there, and all I see is feet, and as a guy, people can say what they want. You don't check out. Listen, when you go in the bathroom, you always see how many other people's in the bathroom. That's just a guy thing. Because you don't want to be caught with somebody behind your back. It's just a security thing for guys. So you look and I see feet. That means that somebody's changing because I can tell by the boots. So I go to use the urinal. Well, now the sink's directly behind me. So I hear the door open. I look and I see it's the Jagged Edge. And he walks. He doesn't see me per se. He goes and washes his hands. He then turns to go left out the door, and I walk over to wash my hands. And as the door is swinging, I said, "Hey, man." He walks back in to hug me. The problem is this. He's only in his boots. He's got on his tights that would be more bikini style. And he has on a long white button-down shirt. In theory, I just had a guy hug me in his underwear in the bathroom.
Yes.
So I walk out and go, "Oh my God, Stephanie, I just got hugged by a half-naked man in the bathroom."
And she didn't let you live that down?
No, she is not.
Golly.
Nope.
She is not.
Well,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have had to worry about Dr. Brock because you were in the men's room. So,
Yes.
Yeah. At least it wasn't him.
Is he listening today, by the way?
I hope
'Cause-
he's listening. He's probably not because he done called me. Hey,
I do Yeah, I do have numbers written down, by the way. We could call a few folks.
And speaking of which, we need to call, if we can, Frankie Chiazzo, the king of Florida. I told him we would try to get him on around 9:30 if we can work that out. I'm sure that will be very interesting and very fun because Frankie can be very interesting and very passionate.
Look, I'm gonna
Now,
call.
is
I'm gonna
he
call
the
this number. I'm not
short-
sure which one it is.
I know who Simon Says is.
Yeah, Simon's the goofy one, and Frankie's the short, stocky, like pin-up anger guy. Looks like he's constipated all the time.
Always wears glasses and wears a hat.
Let's see
Has
who this
the-
is.
Like a New York accent.
Yes, he's the
This
Italian.
number was written under AJ's number. I mean, it says AJ Steele and his number, and then this number's under it.
Covington Oil Surgery, Kelly. How may I help you?
Oh, I got the wrong number. I'm apologizing.
I'm sorry.
I dialed the wrong number. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
All right, bye. That was Brad's.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was on Brad's prank day.
Oops.
I should have been like, "Can I talk to Brad? He was supposed to dig this root canal out for me."
And yes, that is Mr. Charles in here.
Somebody wants to know if I'm in here.
Yes.
Oh, geez.
So-
Yes,
Good thing you
I
brought
can't
security
find
with
the
you.
other numbers.
What number are you looking for, Dr. Brock?
Well, I was looking for Brock's.
His is
Hold on.
9591. I
Whoa,
think.
whoa.
Here, slide that over and write down a few.
Oh, I'm getting
We
back
have to keep the
cool.
scratch pads over here.
But yes, if anyone ever wants to go and see what wrestling is really about, you need to get out there to a Southern Fried wrestling event. I have not been able to make it to an Anarchy one yet, but I'm sure
Right.
it's just as exciting as
Ha-
the Southern Fried.
How about this? A listener says, "Theory hell, you hugged a half-naked man," which would be Caitlin Wannabe. Isn't that Bruce's nickname now? Or is it Catherine? Whichever one is her.
Caitlin.
Caitlin, is that what it is? Sorry.
And so are they saying you are a Caitlin wannabe?
No,
or
that I hugged a half-naked man.
Which with Jagged outside of Cameron K, Jagged's probably got the smallest tights in the locker room for sure.
Let me tell you, he was in some purple Speedos, dude. Yeah.
And maybe there's a reason he wears the smallest tights. I don't know. I'm just saying.
And something awkward about hugging a man with knee pads. Just saying. Something awkward in the bathroom. I think George Michaels did that and got in trouble.
Yeah, he got in a lot of trouble.
Is it commercial time yet?
Boy, this whole conversation just
You had
took a
no
left
idea what you were
turn.
coming into today.
This conversation just took a whole left turn, and I don't know if I want to be sitting here anymore.
And you thought the joke about coming in the back door of the drag show was bad.
Yeah, especially after knowing that he was coming.
He.
Oh, geez.
I said Heath. I can't say.
You don't enunciate well.
Wait a minute. Break it down into her terms.
Ask her.
Break it down into her terms.
Ask her just to say the word enunciate.
Yeah.
That's the reason-
Pronunciate.
No,
See?
not
Pronunciate. That's
Did
where
you hear?
Enunciate.
That's where the blank stare across the top
Yes.
of the computer
No,
monitor was
that's
coming
we're
from.
fixing to go for a swim.
Did you hear what she put on her food
No.
instead of paprika?
Oh, yes, I did.
Paprika.
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 And I said, "Were you trying to make it smell better or taste better?"
Yeah. Oh, man, geez. But what I'm amused by right now is I've got Heath on one side and Redneck Steph on, so it's basically two rednecks trying to teach each other how to talk, and that's the losing battle.
But I'm sober.
Do you
Yeah.
know? You
In my
see,
defense, I'm sober.
I see a
I
problem.
feel for you.
I see a problem on my end of this, though. The table's getting smarter as it goes that way. The problem is from your left, everything's got. This is a sinking ship to your left. Hold on 1 second, just for fun.
Excuse me, what is Charles Angel speaking about? He needs to get his business in order because tomorrow is going to be great. When all his little hero gets destroyed. And don't ever talk about me again.
Woo!
I would be perfectly fine with never mentioning your name again, nerd.
Man,
I'm not a nerd, and I'm getting tired of having my name drugged through the mud from the Monroe moron.
Well, look, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Your roles in those Revenge of the Nerd movies, you did. I mean, I got to give you props for that. Those are some great movies. Where's Ogre? Have you seen Ogre lately?
No, but I know who the booger is, and that's you.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm your booger, all right. You tell Ogre, I could drink him under the table any day of the week too. Still, why we got you on the phone here? Let me ask you a question. What are you going to do tomorrow night when your entire team gets their butts handed to them and you go tuck tail and run all the way back to wherever it is nerds go to?
Well, that's not going to happen because my team is going to destroy the little heroes. Logan Creed, the biggest piece of garbage in Southern Fried. AJ Steele, the bully without a belt. Then you've got Drew Adler, who I think he may have a lot of talent, but he doesn't know how to talk because his tongue just seems to be severed. But I don't think I've ever heard him speak. And then this TNA gunner, Mr. Muscles, he just needs to go back to Orlando for some more TNA tapings because he doesn't need to mess with us.
Okay, first of all, there's a time limit on the show today, so get something out. Quit stuttering, quit stammering around, and tell us what you think. Your team is going to get killed. I've loaded the deck on you guys right here, and I'm looking so forward to seeing, especially that no-count bikini brief wearing Jagged Edge get his bikini brief AWS handed to him tomorrow night.
You're just mad because he held all your important belts.
The only important belt I got is the one that keeps my britches up.
I knew that was
not even funny. That's not even humorous at all.
Who's mentioning Bones?
I just want you to.
I thought you were talking about your humorous Bone. That went way over your head, I'm sure. And you're a doctor. You're a doctor. What are you a doctor of again?
I have 32 doctorates from all over the world. So it can be in any number of areas.
I think I'm going to go buy one of those at the Buford Highway Flea Market this weekend.
$19.99 will get you one. Yeah. You can get one from Pakistan.
They call me Dr. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, we're calling Dr. Love this morning.
Just go ahead and prepare yourself to be humiliated by Mr. Frankie Chiazzo because he is the king of Florida and you're not. Good day.
Woo, man, he was brief, wasn't he?
Thank you for joining in. And when you get up off the toilet from peeing, call us back.
Whoa. Ouch.
Thank you, AJ, for that one. That's the second best line I've heard this year. The other one was that Jagged Edge would have to study to be a half-wit.
Oh.
Good Lord.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Mudslinging at its finest. Let me take some of them numbers out. He dialed us before I could actually get him, which was pretty good.
Frankie tells me he's ready if we can call him.
Yes, I am right now.
Yeah.
That was just funny. Brock was on it. Like, that means he's eavesdropping if he's up.
Oh, yeah.
And if he called before I could call him.
He's hiding over at Cower in the corner. Yeah.
It's Frankie.
Frankie Chiazzo, the king of Florida, in the house.
How you doing, guys?
Good morning.
What's happening?
Good morning. I'd first like to wish a happy donut day to Charles there, the owner of Southern Fried Championship Wrestling. I'm sure he's covered in donut powder, and jelly, and eclair sauce, and the whole 9 yards. So happy donut day to all you guys.
And I appreciate that. And make sure you didn't leave any powder in the limo when you drove it out and picked it up for me this morning.
So 2 different types of powder, I'm assuming.
Well, he is. Wow, he is Italian in the king of Florida. So.
I mean, if you're the king of Florida, yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah. Hopefully, you're in Miami area.
I'm going to leave that one right where it is.
I heard that. Well, first of all, even though I don't like you, we will thank you for coming on live this morning, Just for Fun Radio. I know you got a lot going on in your world, being the king. But thank you for coming on, and we want to talk a little bit about the show tomorrow night. But first of all, let's jump in. Tell us a little something about yourself, about your background, in wrestling, how you got started, and all that.
Yeah, he's doing your job, Steph.
So I got started. Wow, God, I'm going to show my age here. I got started back in, if I'm not mistaken, probably around '98. I was trained by Exotic Adrian Street, Gold Crushers Wrestling School in Pensacola, Florida. Had the pleasure and privilege of being trained by some of the best, from Adrian Street and Scotty Riggs to, Vito LaGrasso and Bill DeMott, Dave Taylor, all up and down the line. Spent about 2 years in WWE developmental, Deep South, under Bill DeMott, Dave Taylor, and Tom Pritchard. Even had a long-standing relationship with Paul Heyman for a while I was there. So really had a good opportunity to be trained and pick some of the best minds in the business. So I've been fortunate, man. Traveled all over the world: England, China, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic.
Wow.
So
Monroe,
to the thriving metropolis of Monroe, Georgia.
Monroe, Georgia. That's the one you need to put right on there, right near the top. So, and I'm gonna throw this one in there for the people, real wrestling fans. Bill DeMott. I know you touched on him. Bill DeMott, I'll tell you guys, was a trainer for WWE who's basically been run off here recently because he's too tough on the boys. Frankie, tell us a little bit about what your dealings with Bill were.
Well, you know what? I did an interview not too long ago with a website over in England, and they asked me some of the same questions. And, I got the crap kicked out of me. I don't know if this is a PG radio station or not, but
yeah,
I got the crap kicked out of me quite a bit. Yeah, well, I figured as much. But Bill DeMott's tough, man. I'm not going to sit here and say he's easy or whatever the case may be, but, you want to think of it this way. What coach is easy? You find me a football coach or a basketball coach or, something along those lines, somebody that's easy on their players. And if they are, if you tell me they're easy, I'll call you a liar.
You're never going to learn easy.
No.
Now, is he
it's never going to happen.
Is he the one they referred to as Sarge?
No, Sarge was Buddy Lee Parker.
Okay.
And I knew him too. I went to the WCW power plant.
Yeah.
And, and I got my ass handed to me by him too. So it was definitely a rough road to hoe for me over the last, probably 10 or 12, 13 years, plus years now, with people that I've trained with. But as far as getting back to Bill DeMott, you'll never find a guy that's more passionate about the business than he is. You'll never find a guy that cares more about the business than he does. But he's there to do his job. He's there to train pro wrestlers. He's there to train and make some of the best talent in the world. And he did just that. Unfortunately, nowadays the business is riddled with, I got to keep this PG.
Yes, please.
Some of the biggest wimps that I've ever met in my entire life, and crybabies. And one thing I've never done is cry about being hurt or banged up. Or I can't remember the last time that a part of my body did hurt. But I don't cry about it. It's what I do. You take it up and move on to the next town. But Bill did a lot for me. I'm in his book, and so I get pop and mark out for that. But all in all, I've got nothing but good things to say about Bill. He's absolutely insane, but I love the guy. So
cool. And so he got you to go really far in the business. He taught you a lot.
Yeah, he absolutely did. Taught me a lot of respect for the business, and not that I not that I had any disrespect for the business going into Deep South, but he definitely brought me to a whole other level of, not to be confused with a whole nother level, Mike Cruz, but he brought me to a whole nother level of respect for the business and my skill set and skill level.
And for reference, Bill DeMott wrestled in WCW for a long time as Hugh Morris, if you remember that character. That's who Bill DeMott is. So I heard you talk about being hurt a lot and your body not hurting. So I'm fully expecting when you wake up Sunday morning, there's probably going to be a lot of hurting from this weekend, because I hear that Mr. Adler, Mr. Creed, Mr. Steele, and TNA Gunner are coming to take care of a little business Saturday night. And I know you got a stacked deck on your side as well. So talk to us a little about what's going on with that.
Yeah, we've had a long-standing feud with AJ Steele. AJ Steele used to be a very close friend of mine. We were in the foundation over at GCW in Pell City, Alabama. We've done a lot of tag work together. We've been on the same side for many years. In my opinion, he got too big for his britches, and we had to put him in his place. We put him in his place in Monroe, Georgia, left him, in the puddle of his own DNA, locked in a steel cage with a chain around his neck. Just last weekend, we did the exact same thing in Pell City, Alabama, for Global Championship Wrestling. And we're going to do it yet again, third time's a charm, in Monroe, Georgia this Saturday. We're going to end it for good. They thought bringing in TNA Gunner was going to scare us. They're sadly mistaken, because I'll lock him with a chain around his neck and drag him out of town on the back of my limo. So the fact of the matter is, it makes no difference who you bring in, whether it's Drew Adler, Logan Creed, AJ Steele, TNA Gunner, Team Florida, Circle of Disrespect are going to walk into that building. The stars that we are, we're walking out victorious, plain and simple.
I'm got sent a question to ask you. What's it like to dress up as Mickey Mouse for your main job?
Now, where did that question come from?
Your connection broke up. I couldn't really.
I was sent a question to ask you. What is it like to dress up as Mickey Mouse for your main job?
Mickey Mouse. I'm not really sure where this question is going, but I don't dress up like Mickey Mouse, sweetheart.
Yeah.
But if you like, I can send you some private pics to your cell phone if you like it.
Oh yeah, you can definitely send that to her. She needs pictures of what a real man looks like, anyways.
Yeah.
Hey.
But she might.
Travis knows where you live.
She likes to swirl though. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to help get Stephanie in trouble. Travis already wants to strangle her after the hair comment.
Well, I am taller than him too. So.
Than your husband?
No, then Frankie.
Frankie, she dropped the bomb on you, son.
Ooh, and she's known to be a midget. Good Lord.
Yeah, she's known around here as the Oompa Loompa.
I will point her out when you get to the show tomorrow night. She will be in the crowd, front row, front and center.
Not wearing a Just for Fun shirt.
Yeah, and I will point her out to you. And if you choose to slap her, we'll look the other way for a few minutes.
Yeah, supposedly I'm supposed to be spit shining Jagged's belts while he's wrestling.
Well, he's got you under contract, don't he?
So
something like that. Something like that.
So you're coming up. I assume you guys coming up tonight, tomorrow morning. What do you guys got going on your travel schedule?
I'm having a hard time hearing you. Say that one more time.
I said, you guys leaving out tonight? Are you coming up tomorrow morning? What time? When are you looking to be?
No, we'll be coming up. We'll be hitting the road tomorrow about 6 a.m. We're rolling to Monroe, Georgia, probably about 1 or 2. Stop at one of the local watering holes, line up some shots. Maybe raise some hell prior to going to the venue and do what we do. Headlining the show just like #ShowInABox does, week in and week out, all over the Southeast.
And
we're the top group of professional wrestlers in the independent industry today. You can find us on Facebook at #ShowInABox. You can tweet us at #ShowInABox. As well as find us on Instagram as well.
And when he says that, I give him a hard time because I like the one side and he's on the other side, but these guys stay extremely busy. They probably stay booked more than anybody, like he said, in the Southeast on the indie scene. They're very good, or they wouldn't be at Southern Fried Championship Wrestling, because we bring in only the best. Just please tell me you're not going to bring the pizza delivery boy with you guys tomorrow, Tommy Pepperoni and Nelly or whatever. Tell me he's not coming, please.
You want me to tell you who's not coming? Dr. Brock?
No, Tommy. No, I wish you'd tell me that. No, I'm talking about the pizza delivery guy you guys have with you, Tommy Pepperoni Nelly or whatever his name is.
That's my cousin. That's cousin Tommy T. He goes everywhere with us. He's like our little midget Italian court jester. Everywhere we go, he goes. So we got to have somebody carry the bags.
Oh. Okay, let's mark one up for Frankie on that one. That's a good one. We're keeping score today. You got one there. All right. Well, I know you're busy this morning, guys. If you got anything else you want to shoot at Frankie, I know he's a busy man. So if we can get him cleared out,
get to getting that limo cleaned up.
Yeah, get all that powder out of my limo.
Yeah. Thank you for letting us
I
call
definitely appreciate you guys. Oh, hey guys, really thank you. Your pleasure is all mine. I know, we all do what we do, and, whether you love us, whether you hate us, Southern Fried Championship Wrestling definitely takes care of #ShowInABox, and we do what we do because of them, because of the fans, and they pay their hard-earned money. As long as there's a rear end every 18 inches, that's all that matters to me, whether you love me or hate me. I'd like you to buy some merch too. So if you guys are in Monroe, Georgia, stop by the merchandise table and load up on some King of Florida and Emerald Emperor Professional Wrestling merchandise. You can reach Emerald Emperor Facebook at Emerald Emperor, at Francisco Chiazzo. You can also reach us on Twitter at Emerald_Emperor and at Francisco Chiazzo, King of Florida. Appreciate you guys, and you guys have a great day, and happy donut day to everybody. I'll see you guys in Monroe.
All right, man. Thanks.
Safe travel.
Let's see you, bud.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
All righty. Yeah, man, that would be a cool thing. If you're not going to be with us at the drag show, you can go to the wrestling match. And look, you could kind of do both. You could go
I'll be
meet
doing
Jagged
both.
Edge in the bathroom and have a drag show, then watch the wrestling.
And if you listen, he said his first trainer was Exotic Adrian Street, who actually did the kind of drag gimmick.
Isn't that coincidence?
So, yeah.
Yeah. All right, everybody, we're going to shoot off the commercial real quick. We'll be right back. It's just fun in the morning.
That was Andrew that asked that question.
Oh,
He
God.
said about the Mickey Mouse. He said, I thought it would go over better.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm getting, why is the YouTube blurry?
It's just the focus of it's kind of acting stupid. Because what it is because it's trying to focus on
Everybody,
the
see there
front
it
stuff.
goes.
It's going to focus on the first set of objects. Remember when I used to have the just for fun right there?
Yeah.
I had to remove that because that's what happens is it has an autofocus whether you want it to or not. And when you do a room and you have 5 people, it's going to focus on the 2 people that are closest.
Okay.
Yes,
That's why the YouTube is blurry. So it isn't yours. It's just trying to.
Who's not complaining, but who's the one saying it?
Angie.
Quit drinking before the show. I'm just saying that's not helping you. Remember this? Watch.
Dr. Brock said, do not be disrespectful to Frankie. He and the rest of my team are the best. What, did they ask you to play that for Freddie? Oh, you just played it?
I just played it.
Because
I knew it made him
wrestler
laugh.
from Japan hit me up about coming. He's going to be in the United States for 2 weeks. He wants to come in to work.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He wrestles for Mooders. Wrestle one. Mooders.
I'll give it my thing.
Yeah, he doesn't need a Seahawk.
He doesn't need a cigarette either.
Huh?
He ain't going outside.
Okay.
Since she doesn't know how to say the word he.
Yeah. Yeah.
I say he.
When you're reminded to.
I can't believe Mooney hasn't called in.
Oh yeah, he's.
I got a
sent me
text at
message.
7 o'clock this morning. What time you going on radio?
Yeah, he posted on the thing, and then I was supposed to show you a picture of him.
He had his orange suit. I'm like, wow. We're Facebook friends. I can see your picture.
Yeah.
I love Moondog though. I love him to death. Wouldn't take nothing for her.
Yeah, it's funny. And Travis is asking me if I got my shirt made yet. So I'm supposed to have a shirt made supporting Jagged.
Oh, gee. Yeah, we had some of those made. We ordered 40 and we still have 39 of them. Jagged did get one.
Yeah, Mooney hits me up this morning about the chairs. What time we doing the chairs? I tell him we'll be there at 1, Jeff. Him and Sonya, they'll be there at 12 o'clock. They're always waiting on me.
Wow.
What we should really do the next time he calls is have somebody really ring the doorbell while he's on. And I'm sure it would just wig him out then.
Yeah, that would be funny. I don't think you don't have a doorbell sound, do you?
Yeah, but with the way everything's wired right now, it's hard to get it all to function. But what do you want?
Oh, because you know how when Mooney calls in, Moondog.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised he is not.
That's what we were just talking about.
If he's watching video, he will be. He's already sent pictures this morning of him in all orange.
Yeah, all orange. Well, when he gets arrested, it won't be much of a change. Yeah.
But you know how Jagger tells him.
I was trying to think of something clever to say
your
to him
door's
this
ringing,
morning.
or
When he
your doorbell's
said,
ringing.
how you like my suit?
Right.
He got it from Blade, didn't he?
That's probably him right there.
Oh, Angie says, I'm not drinking.
I told him it looked like a big old can of Orange Crush.
Yeah, it keeps going in and out.
Yeah, really. The one that froze and blowed up in the middle.
Yeah.
So Mike says Mr. Charles is a great interviewer. That's why I was like, Steph, you're going to let him?
Sorry,
no. That's why I was joking with Steph.
Sports talk.
No, that's perfect.
High school football.
No, that's perfect.
What did I do? We did something else, and I'm just used to doing that.
I was with cheerleaders, so I wasted all my time.
We did television for a year.
You also know more about, because honestly, I don't know a whole lot about.
Yeah.
But you're learning. But and that's the thing is, and
he knew what to ask him.
That's what I was going to say. He was on it. He was on point.
And I'm doing blog talk on Monday night. So
yeah,
that's what else I'm doing. So,
right.
Yeah.
He was on it. And I kind of like Steph. Because I'm trying to make everybody grow a little bit. Yeah. Mike's trying to get his own show going. Joey DeVoice is trying to get his own show going. Stephanie is kind of in the process of weeding together and working out her show. And it's like I try not to daddy it too much.
Yeah.
Like, the first 2 or 3 nights that Joey did a show, I was kind of sitting in listening. Now it's kind of come down, turn everything on, get him started, and then leave. I just don't do anything to disrespect the radio station, which I know Joey won't, but that's kind of what I do. I try to just walk away. That way I don't have to always be so focused on it. All right, 30 seconds. I don't really know. Hey, we're live. Wrong button got pushed. Hey, everybody, we're back.
Way to go. You say
well,
30 seconds.
I was transferring songs, and how all of a sudden I queued up the mic. I don't know. That just goes to show that sometimes things happen. So, hey, everybody, we're back.
Yes, we're back.
I do apologize for the new car wash. I'll make sure I play your song, your commercial, and also Copy Central again. So, Steph, back to you.
And now he left, and he left. He left.
I'm just now going to refer to you as he.
Yeah, you're just he.
Because every time she says he, I go, he who?
No, that's when I was saying Heath. I was saying his name and you said he. Anyways, but Rusty has joined us here at the table now. And I'm sure you have a little to fill in with what Mr. Charles has been telling us, because you've been with him the whole ride pretty much.
Yeah, I've been with him for the 2 years, and we've been best friends since 1986, I guess. We won't get into that, but we worked at Piggly Wiggly and lived together for a couple of years. Yeah, I've been with him for 2 years. I guess I'm his right-hand man, would set up the chairs and, work the door for him, and had an opportunity about a month ago to partner with him at Anarchy. So now I'm 25% owner up there, and
I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, and me and Tim Rice. I don't know if you know Tim.
Yes.
Tim's with Trinity.
Yes.
Is also a partner up there. So pretty excited about that. The opportunity. Timing was right to get into that, and just really excited about this weekend. If you're an Indy fan anywhere in the Southeast, this show right here will match up with any show. You'll go anywhere.
Yeah, because one thing we really haven't talked about what's going on before the show. We're having the Southern Fried and Hall of Fame induction.
Yes, we're doing inductions tomorrow night for 5 people. Rusty, you want to talk about that? Or
I can talk a little bit about it. You can kind of chime in when you need. Charlie, Mr. Charlie's, we call him Charlie Smith.
Yeah.
Is actually referee's been in the business for 50 years. Worked in the old Georgia Championship Wrestling offices back in the day. He'll be inducted. Bill Drummo's going to be in. A Georgia legend. anybody that's followed Georgia wrestling from probably late 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Bill Drumo was a big fan favorite in the state of Georgia. Steve the Brawler Lawler is going to be put in, one of the all-time great indie wrestlers in the state of Georgia. Billy Jack's going to be inducted.
We know Billy Jack.
Billy's actually going to be inducted tomorrow night, and Billy and Cody's got a match tomorrow night, tag team match. Billy's been in the business 25, 30 years. Who am I missing?
Ron Lee.
Wolfman. How can you?
Yeah, how can you forget Ron Lee?
Ron Lee. Ron's been in the business 25 years. He's done any kind of promotion that you can think of. NWA, AWA. Ron's done it all. He's a legend in the state of Georgia and all. Probably one of the best referees to ever step in the ring.
Yeah, I remember watching him on what is that wrestling that used to come on Superstation 17 on Saturday nights? I was going to say
there was 3 different names that they've gone by over the years.
But I remember watching.
And depending on what time of the night, because you would get into the stuff out of Texas sometimes.
Well, knowing Ron, it might have been one of those X-rated movies he made in the late 80s. No, I thought you were going to say Teen Wolf. I thought you were going to say, but yeah, Wolfman. A lot of people don't know Wolfman's daddy, Crusher Blackwell, was a huge wrestling star. Bill Drumo was huge in Georgia, like Rusty said. Steve Lawler. I'll say this of the wrestlers I've been around in my time. If I had to go in a dark alley and fight somebody, and I needed one person to help me, Steve Lawler would be the person I'd want to take in that alley to fight with. Charlie Smith has forgotten more wrestling than everybody else around here would ever dream of knowing. This is a guy who's been in the business, setting up rings and stuff. I know Rusty said 50. I think that number is pushing close to 70 years now. If you saw Andre the Giant or Abdullah Butcher, any of those guys wrestling in the 60s, 70s, there's a good chance you saw Charlie Smith in the ring. He's refereed Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, anybody you can think of. And Charlie is. I picked who I wanted to do tomorrow night. Different people are going to kind of induct people, and Charlie's the guy. My most fun now is sitting there before the shows and talking with Charlie about the old days.
Let me catch this person. I know we got one. We got to return just for fun.
Hello, can I speak to Charles?
You have him.
He can hear you.
What's up?
You've reached the desk of Charles Anschutz. I'm not available right now. Please leave your name and number, and I'll get back with you shortly. Oh, who's this?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on? Who are we talking to?
I'm talking to Jeff. Who we talking to down on it end?
Yeah, we're talking to. Is this Moon Dog?
Yeah, that's who it is.
Did somebody kick you in the nads this morning? Is that why you're talking so high?
Yeah. Did you get my picture?
Did I get your picture?
Yeah, we saw the pictures of you in some orange bikini. It was kind of strange.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I'm all decked out in orange.
He looked like a big Cheeto.
Yeah, like a big puff Cheeto.
Yeah. Oh, I'll be there at 1 o'clock. Go to head to set the chairs.
There you go. Jeff Mooney is the chairman of Southern Fried Championship.
The chairman.
The chairman of the board.
Yeah, I'm the
He's the chairman. He's responsible.
But come tomorrow night, we're going to have us a new client.
We're going to have a new what?
We're going to have a new client coming tomorrow night.
Client. Can you spell client?
Huh?
Can you spell client?
Yeah, you got the background playing.
Yeah. Who do you hope to leave tomorrow night?
We have your picture up in here on the screen, Jeff.
It looks like there should be a most wanted near that.
We need to put a most wanted.
Is that the orange jumpsuit, but yet the summer outfit for the county?
That's
the summer outfit. It's orange summer outfit for the county. Yeah.
I tell you, the only man
I'll be there. I'll be wearing it tomorrow night.
You the only man I know that can pull off 3 shades of orange in one picture.
It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, that's what we all been calling me this morning.
The Great Pumpkin. Well, let me tell you what, Moondog. I'm not gonna lie to you like Jag and say somebody's at the door, because nobody's at the door right now. I know the lights are on and nobody's home.
Yeah.
But we love you to death, and we'll see. We're gonna go eat some barbecue when we leave here. We're gonna be good and full, and we'll see you about 1 o'clock to get them chairs set up.
All right.
All right, we love you, brother. You take care of yourself now.
Yeah, you too. Who is this?
This is Dr. Brock.
Yeah, I know you're not Dr. Brown.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
right,
speak
we'll
too
see about 1
intelligently.
o'clock.
Yeah.
See ya.
All right, buddy.
All right, thanks for calling in. I will definitely say he's one of y'all's most dedicated.
Never missed a show in Monroe since we started. Never.
Yeah,
he didn't go to the 2 bar shows we had. But
thank God.
Yeah, thank God. I hope he never gets into alcohol because oh geez.
Yeah, he definitely is one of those that does not need alcohol.
No.
Because
no.
he's not sitting down.
He wakes up on a 3-day drunk every day.
Yeah.
Naturally.
He's running all over that whole rec center. So, yes. But it's getting about that time where it's time to wrap it up, unfortunately.
No. We're just getting started.
I know.
Yeah, with it being Friday, we got to get so much together. Like, there's a concert tonight that I totally let slip my mind.
Yeah, Moccasin
that's
Creek.
happening in Monroe at Fusions. That would be Moccasin Creek. So anybody that's out and wants to go see this. I don't want to start talking like Steph and leaving syllables off of words.
Want to go.
Want to go?
Want to go.
Anybody that would like to go see Moccasin
Anybody
Creek?
that want to go.
Next, you'll be yelling, what do you have? What do you have? What do you have? But just stop, because I know that's what you're going to repeat now, because you're kind of like a mockingbird.
Oh,
make sure you go check out Moccasin Creek there in Fusions in Monroe. Tomorrow morning, we have the ride that's going to be leaving the Sheriff's Department, taking 1 hour ride through Rockdale and end up at Falcons Fury Harley Davidson. That's for the Brian Mahaffey.
Our Fallen Hero.
Fallen Hero for Rockdale County. That ride's tomorrow. Then
This is the 4th annual.
I believe it's the 4th. Then tomorrow at 5:30 at the Pavilion in Conyers, we have a concert from a band called A1A that is a Jimmy Buffett tribute band. All proceeds go for the Rockdale Arts Council. And then at the same time that's happening, there's so many cups of tea going around tomorrow. I almost said yesterday. Tomorrow, so you can go see the Arts Council. You can go see the wrestling match in Monroe and the drag show in Porterdale at the Social House. So there will be every type of entertainment you can think of tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'll be doing the wrestling and then trying to get to the drag show because I'll be performing.
Yes. Not the wrestling. She'll be performing at the drag show.
Oh, geez. And like I said, if you choose to come, go out and visit one of these things. But if you choose to come to Monroe to wrestling tomorrow night, we'll get out there early enough that you can move on over to Fusion.
That's right.
And have a great old party afterwards.
Yeah, you can go to any of these places. That's the good thing. Make sure everybody goes and checks some of these things out. But we're now at 8:58. Anything else you can think of?
9:58.
9:58. Sorry.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm dyslexic. You got to leave me alone when I do that really fast.
No, that's pretty much it because we don't usually do anything on Sundays because Sundays.
Dustin Bragg. I have to go to the Braggs. I don't want to say Dustin, but I have to go to the Braggs house Sunday. All the important people are invited there. That's why you don't know about it. Just for fun. Just for fun.
Hello.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
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 McFly.
Hello?
McFly. Hello.
I'm here.
You are on the air.
This is SFCW official photographer Andrew James, sometimes co-host at your show.
What's happening? Mr. Charles bows his head. Is that an honor or a disgust?
I wanted to say good morning to you guys. I'm not going to follow Piazza and talk about Donut Day because, but I just wanted to tell people you need to get out to the show because if you've never been to an SFCW show, you get 10 times the excitement at a shindig. And from what I'm hearing, this is going to be the biggest crowd we've ever had. If you need any information about anything, we've got Facebook. We've got Southern Pride Championship Wrestling.ga. That's the website. Y'all got to come out. If you don't know about this, you're living under a rock.
Cool.
That's exactly right. And we want to thank Andrew. Andrew does a lot. He runs our website. He's a photographer now. Does so much for us, creates a lot of the videos that we do. Very instrumental. I hate to compliment anybody, but he does a lot for us, and I appreciate him.
Boy, Scotty, he kind of sounds like you, hating to compliment people.
Hey, well, the problem is you suckers try to get like a swollen head or something and a big ego, and like you need any more ego. You know what a redneck with an ego is? It's like Crisco on top of a greasy chicken.
And look who's talking. That's
Well,
why your headphones keep breaking.
You guys talked to Frankie Chiazzo a few minutes ago. They call their team Show in a Box, And every time he says that, I think of kittens and how much they love being in boxes. That's the image that keeps coming to my head.
Okay. Andrew, you're very good at photography. You're very good.
I don't know if he realizes.
You're very good at the website. Leave the comedy to me.
He's bringing Leo Gold and Mike Cruz, who are both great wrestlers, but I don't think they realize the guys they're facing. Odinson alone could probably take both those guys with one hand tied behind his back. So, I mean, that's a match hasn't been mentioned much, but it's going to be really fun to see.
Let me tell you what, Odinson is he is, as we say out in the country, he's a man.
Yeah, I mean, he's got like Thor's hammer tattooed on his chest. He's not a joke.
Yeah, Odinson is a guy who I think 3-4 years from now you'll be watching on television somewhere.
I agree. Well, guys, thanks for letting me call in here right before you get done. And Charles, we'll see you tomorrow one way or the other. What's up, Rusty?
What's going on, buddy?
We'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in. So, yeah, anybody that would like to participate in any of the festivities tomorrow, please just show up. I mean, that's all you have to do is just show up. All you got to do is be there.
And one thing, though, real quick that we didn't talk about at the Shindig tomorrow night is Luke Gallows will be there.
Luke Gallows from the Bullet Club will be there. He will be facing Shane Marks, who's the guy who ran in and helped Jagged Edge win the title last week.
Oh, yeah, I definitely got to see that.
Yeah, and take nothing away. Shane Marks is one of the best independent wrestlers in the state of Georgia. He's going up against one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Oh, yeah. Luke has actually came on and been on the show.
That would be Luke has actually come to the show, Steph.
Yeah.
Whatever. Same thing.
Hey, don't forget Darkmon and Michael Judas.
Yes.
Tomorrow night.
Darkmon and Michael Judas will be a match. These are two monsters.
That's what Brock was saying. I think.
Imagine Sting, except bigger, tougher, stronger.
6'5".
Michael Judas, and then Darkmon, who looks like he eats babies for breakfast every morning. You know, those guys are going to be. That's going to be tremendous.
Moves around the ring like a lightweight.
Yeah, and then he jumps around like he's 100 pounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just absolute monsters. This show's loaded. I mean, I don't need to talk about it anymore.
Stitch and Slim J.
Best show in Georgia this year, no hands down. And we want you to come out. Or if you're not going to make it out, you're not out in our area, then go check out some of the go to a drag show or go see Moccasin Creek tonight, right? And we've got motorcycle rides we talked about.
Yeah, that's in the morning.
Go out and support some of these good causes tomorrow.
Yeah, especially the motorcycle ride. That's one of our. He was the first Rockdale County sheriff to be killed in the line of duty since 19. It was a long time. It was several years, and it's something that's very close to all of us because he was actually one of my neighbors, and then the other co-host that used to be on here is real close with his family, and which we've been able to get close to his family, and we really like to support the Mahaffey ride. Yeah, that's one of our fallen heroes.
Well, all you people who are coming to town to see Southern Fried tomorrow night, go out early tomorrow morning and take part in that, or go by and make a donation or do something.
Yeah, and it starts at the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office, and it will end at Harley-Davidson Falcons Fury. And I believe that's all.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with Fox 5 just reported to me, Katie Beasley with Fox 5, said that she will be meeting police officers on my road at noon Monday to talk about my speeding. She will be in my driveway at 11. So I'm trying to get all my neighbors together. What you don't know is I live on a 35. I have video of school buses running 50, big trucks running 50, dump trucks completely loaded that could not stop on the drop of a dime running 50. I got a radar gun, and I have proof that they've been doing this. So it's kind of like somebody's got to do something. So the Fox 5 is actually going to be here Monday. So I'm actually impressed at all this. All my hard work and effort of trying to get this taken care of is actually paying off. I have some little kids across the street that have been playing basketball, and if the ball shoots out, they're just kids and they're not paying attention when they run out in that street. Well, that Mercedes that I clocked running 57 would not be able to stop. It would just be over. And that dump truck running 55, I got a dump truck running 55 the other day. There's no way in hell that truck could have stopped. It just, that poor kid would have just been destroyed. And it's just sad that I can't get the county to do anything. So.
And that's even with people paying attention. They can't stop.
Well, I've got video of cars where
they're
people are
distracted.
flying and you see them clearly on their phone as they're shooting past here.
Yes. But I wish we'd have had that radar gun where we could have put it on Jagged when he run out of the building.
Oh yeah, remember I do have
how
it. We
fast
can.
he was going when he ran out like he stole something.
Hey, we clocked a bird
Yeah.
who flew past me at 92 miles an hour. So, I mean, we could probably catch him at about 60.
Was it a blackbird?
It would
might have been Jagged.
It would be the purple streak.
Oh.
You know, because that's what we'd catch is the shiny trunks, if you will.
Yeah.
So, all right, everybody, we're going to cut out of here. It's been just fun. I appreciate everybody. Thanks to you guys for coming in.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
and Lady O's been in the house. She's been just learning today. She is an intern, and she's pursuing an entertainment career behind the scenes, learning how everything's going. So she gets to sit through some of these shows and learn a little more. And it's really cool to be helping her to be able to learn a little more as well. So next, after she sits in a few more, we're going to kind of start putting her back here to learn how to do some of pushing the buttons if she's willing. I've got to learn myself as I switch over to the new Mac. Me and her will both be discovering things at the same time. What?
Why are you looking at me? I got to learn it too.
I was looking at you because I was trying to say thanks for everybody coming in, was waiting for you to try to be a host for once. Since you let somebody else do your job today.
Where's that taser?
Right here.
There we go.
So anyways, everybody, we're going to get out of here. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Check out everything happening this weekend. There'll be a lot of good events this weekend. So we'll see y'all on the flip side.
Peace.
Yes. Thank y'all again for coming in. And yes, bye y'all.
All right. See y'all later. Thanks for coming in. Bye, everybody.
Bye y'all.